Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Simability V8ESC Season 14 season finale for rounds 18 and 19 at Aragon. We're on the GP circuit. This one's a bit of a trial, an endurance race for everybody. So it's a brand new track to the iRacing service. I am Pete Bingham. I'm joined in the booth tonight not one but two stalwart BSTV individuals. Speaking logic to us will be Sam Boozin. Good evening.
You want me to talk logic? Okay. Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, as best you can.
Okay,
And
I'll try.
he'll probably struggle to get any words in sideways anyway, because also in the booth is, and thankfully, Wobbly Kneecaps. Good evening.
Hello, Pete. So I'm still in the process of buying the track, so
Yes.
that's good.
So we're going to speak to you later. A few points to note. So this is, as I said, a brand new track to the iRacing service. It's brand new to a lot of these races. It's generally a MotoGP track. You can see how challenging it is just from the layout and the shape of it. There's some very, very heavy braking zones here. There's off tracks on virtually every corner. I'd be amazed if we didn't see at least one drive through this evening. We've got a 32-degree track, and yeah, that's a reasonable temperature to be racing in. Yes, we are in Spain. It's not that far from Barcelona, so it's usually pretty hot, but of course it is winter in the northern hemisphere. We have 11, I think it is, duelists on track, and some points to note. Recently, as in the last 2 weeks, if I can find where my mouse has gone, we had one of our individuals lose one of their grandfathers. It was mentioned in the last one. It was Greg Carr. Greg Carr is with us tonight. He is on track. And I'm just going to do a little piece about that. So I'm just going to switch to this. No, not that. To this camera. And get rid of that. So on the sides of all the cars for the last two races has been this this in loving memory of Albert Carr, 1923 to 2023. Those of you that are terrible at math will even be able to work that out. He was over 100 years old, which is remarkable. What is even more remarkable than that, if you could even get more remarkable, is this. So Al Carr was a veteran in the United States Army, and he was a Marine. He served during the Second World War and the Korean War, and on the screen at the moment is a letter from the President of the United States to Al Carr in December of 2022. He didn't quite reach 101 years old, but we are proud to have his grandson racing with us, and we should be also proud to have shared the world with somebody just like Al. So we're going to run round on a lap with Greg Carr. Hopefully he'll stay going round the lap. That's there for everybody to read, and you can pause the broadcast at your leisure. But that is a letter from the White House to, I suppose it's Al Senior of the Carr family. So a big loss to his family. Our thoughts go out to them, and this is in celebration of a life well lived, I expect. Right then, seeing as Greg's pulling up, we shall go to having a look at who's here tonight. So, your series leader, Simon Trendle, is obviously here. He will be crowned champion, providing that a certain Johnny Brandon doesn't turn up. Sam, I don't know how closely you've been watching the races this season. I know you've not been participating very too much in the foreground, but you've been doing a lot in the background. Simon Trendle will struggle to throw this away this evening, won't he?
I haven't watched any races, to be honest with you, but I've kept up a bit with the track in the V8. But yeah, I think we'll see what he can do, but he's probably gonna try to end on a good note. Probably wrapping up all the wins you can have today, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm assuming he's gonna be up there.
Yeah, so on that note, let's have a quick look at the standings. So Simon Trendle is leading by the best part of 150 points. I think if Johnny had turned up, he would have had a shout somehow and in some way, but we heard from him last time. He's struggled with a gremlin that he's convinced is affecting different sessions in different ways. Then Bob Woodhouse on 2,000 points. I don't think there's an opportunity for him to overhaul Johnny Brandon, and he's got some tough opposition on the track, mostly in the form of NQR cars anyway. And then Ant Woodward is in 4th. He is under some serious pressure, actually, from Vincent Skilbeck in 5th. So that has not died away. And Jamie Wilson is also in that scrap. There's not that many points between them, only 15 between Jamie and Ant Woodward. So that little top 6 battle, is still on for all of them. Tony Klusterman just outside the top 6. And then Bram Dubois, Rob Venn, and Tyler Newitt round out the top 10. Stacey Boyd just tapping on the glass of the top 10. So it's been a hotly contested season so far. V8 team standings, Team Chimera are romping away, which is Simon, Jamie and Andrew Wood. Andrew Wood is not here this evening. NQR Europe in 2nd, but a good 400 points behind. BSTV Sports Green in 3rd. On 3,455, so another big chunk of points behind. And then XVR OAPs, which was Lane O'Connor and Johnny Brandon, and then rounding out the top 5 is NQR North America. So Europe absolutely schooling North America in the NQR camp at the moment. I'm sure Tony Klusterman will love me saying that. We've got Chris Jackson on the chat. What's he saying? Afternoon. Yeah, because you're on a different time zone. From the Jackson family. I want to know who Logan is shouting for this evening. And Ella, of course. But his Logan Jackson Safe Driver Award is up for grabs, which is what we're going to talk about in a second. So we'll find out who he's shouting for at the moment. It's usually Tyler. No, JB didn't give it a shot tonight. It is never over till it's over, says Chris Jackson, but well, I think it probably is. And congrats to Team Chimera. Yep, they've already secured that. So, driver of the meeting, the Bill Switzer driver of the meeting. Obviously, we lost Bill earlier this year. One of our BSTV core number, and he will be sorely missed. But this will continue for indefinitely as being his driver of the meeting. Victor Tanaka and Bram Dubois sharing those honours at the moment. So something's going to have to rattle its way clear, and there are 3 votes tonight to make a difference here. Ant Woodward in 3rd place, and jointly pointed with Vincent Skilbeck, and then a bag full of drivers on 1. Andrew Wood, who's not here, Tyler Newitt, Jamie Wilson, Kenzie, and Alex Savillano-Lado, with Johnny Brandon in 10th, and then everybody else behind that. And then what we were just talking about, Logan, what's he doing? Best of luck, NQR, congrats to everyone this season, big shootout. Yeah, another awesome season. Thank you very much, Chris Jackson. Love it. I hope that's you pressing all the buttons. I'm just going to press them as well because that's fun on the YouTube chat. Logan Jackson Safe Driver Award. Marco Nemela has only done one race, so he doesn't qualify. The first driver to qualify is that boy. He's really annoying, isn't he? Because he's fast and he's safe, Simon Trendle. He's got Bob Woodhouse hot on his heels. Only 3 laps turned less. But only 3 incidents more, so that could turn around in this race. Tony Klusterman is technically in 3rd place, Kenzie Newhoff in 4th probably, but definitely Fabian Meyer in 5th. And then the Fred Bingham Forever Forward Award, again Simon Trendle, he's mopped up this year. Johnny Brandon in 2nd and Rob Venn in 3rd. Jamie Wilson doing a great job this season in 4th, and Ant Woodward in 5th. Sam, whilst Wobbly's still downloading the iRacing service. Any surprises in there? Are you surprised that Simon is so dominant in this season?
Not really. We all know attendance has not been the greatest this season. And I do think Simon is right up there. He has got some competition, but he's so good at maintaining tire life that no, it doesn't surprise me at all.
Right. Yeah. It's he's really taken to the V8 in the last 2 seasons. He stopped racing TCR in order to basically dominate this series, and he's just put in the fastest lap in qualifying on the last second of qualifying, as if he couldn't do it in any greater style. There it is. So we're going to grid, folks. Wobbly, are you done with your download yet?
I was already done, but I just let you talk and do your thing.
Excellent. Thank you for that.
And correct you when you're wrong.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't wrong because you didn't correct me. Anyway, Simon Trundle leads us away this evening. He is your pole man, yet again, for Team Chimera. Tyler Newitt will join him on the front row for BSTV Esports Green. Bob Woodhouse in third for NQR Europe. Victor Tanaka in fourth for NQR North America. Tony Klusterman in fifth, NQR North America. Vincent Skilbeck in sixth. Great to see him racing with us. Again, Jamie Wilson in seventh for Team Chimera. Sorry, Vincent's with Wheelie Bins Mayhem Republic. Bram Dubois in 8th for NQR Europe. Greg Carr in 9th. We heard about him and his grandfather at the start of the show. In 9th for NQR North America. Ant Woodward in 10th for NQR Europe. And Ivan Batmans in 11th. Last car on the grid tonight for Track Velocity Racing, or TVR. Right, so let's get some graphics on the screen. Let me get a decent camera angle. Do either of you know much about Aragon at all, either from MotoGP or otherwise?
Well, to be honest, Pete, it's a lovely track to drive, and I've driven it tons of times, and no, I haven't, so I don't have a clue.
Right. Sam?
I've driven a few laps, and it's slippery. Some of the corners are weird because you're arriving super fast. Like the last hairpin is just a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's a very long straight. I said Tony saying you're going there at 400 kph, which is kind of true, maybe not. And you have to brake so early. It's just insane. So expect people outbraking people, and maybe a few incidents on those tight corners.
Yeah, that one hairpin that you're talking about is pretty lethal. The second turn on the track is one that's going to get everybody their incidents, I think. So here we go. Lights are coming on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are go at Aragon. Oh, and somebody's not gone. That's Vincent. Vincent didn't get away at all. And Ivan didn't join the grid. He's starting from pit road. So everybody round first corner. Okay, this is the one that's going to attract all the off-tracks. It's the exit of this turn where everybody's going to hoover them up. It's easy to run wide there as Simon Trundle makes a whole shot wobbly.
Yeah, he got a very good launch from the start. Completely nailed the first corner, and now they're just tugging in. And it seems like the NQR guys they were fighting each other through the first 3, 4, 5 corners, but already seem to be settling down because I think they understand that the fight is not with Simon, but the fight is with Tyler. Fighting in the early stages of this race might cost them too much time because if I look at the quality time Tyler set in, which was a blistering 1:08.6 at the end, I think, of the lap time.
It was, yeah.
It was barely. Whoa.
Bram's gone.
It was barely 400ths of a second slower than Simon, so they know that they have to find something in the early stages against him.
Yeah, I think something happened there that involved Bram and Greg, possibly. I thought Bram went all on his own, though. So let's have a quick look at this. He was on his own, I think. He just got to... Oh, no, maybe not. Tag. Right, okay, that's what happened. And Greg waited for him. That was a really nice bit of stylish rejoin, though, wasn't it, from Bram? Very, very nice. Right, back to live.
One comment, by the way. I see that Ivan hasn't joined the track again, and he did the same thing last race. So it's unfortunate to see that he, for whatever reason, he chooses not to start on the races.
Yeah, I can't remember what he said last week. It might have been that he wasn't familiar enough or something. Not sure.
Oh, small touch by Tyler.
Oh, yeah. Tyler waited there, and he's going to make himself a victim to... that's Bob Woodhouse right behind him.
So I was reading the rules, what iRacing considers off tracks on this track.
Yeah,
just
everything,
just for the viewers. Like, a car is considered within the track limits if half the car is within the boundaries of the track.
Half the car, right, okay.
Yeah, so that's we're gonna look out for half the car within the boundaries of the track.
And what defines the boundary of the track, though?
And that's the big question because that probably is different on every corner.
Ah, that's ridiculous.
Oh, wait. Off tracks occur when the center of all four wheels are on the green painted asphalt. This includes the curves that are painted green with white marks. This is applied consistently across the entire track.
Okay, right. Let's see how much they pick up as they go around then. I can't see them, but you can, of course.
Yeah, I can now, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we just saw Jamie Wilson pull off a brilliant overtake. We're going to have to see this again. Sam, do you want to talk us through this one if I can get us up top above it? So he's right there.
To the left for the inside for the first corner, which is a good move, but then you're in trouble for turn 2. But he's made it.
I know.
That was a bit of a block, but he made it.
Yeah, it was lush, wasn't it? It took 2 to make that work, of course, and that was Tony Klusterman that he put behind him. So, right, the action is still around Jamie Wilson. I don't know what he's been eating, but I need a spoonful of it because he's certainly very racy this evening.
So Sam, you remember that this is the only car where you ever beaten me because I got killed by Chris Jackson on Motorsport.
Oh dear.
Because I don't race the other one.
I think it was 7 seasons ago.
Yeah. I don't think Chris Jackson's ever going to be allowed to forget that, but never mind. Right, so fastest man on track, not a surprise, Simon Trendle. 2 minutes flat, 688, I should say. Let me go to. I want to go to that one, I think. There we go. Last lap times. Right, let's go back here because this is getting a bit tasty with Tyler and Victor Tanaka again. Tyler's already giving him a little tap.
And it seems that Rob Woodhouse is already trying to pick up the pieces there as well when Tyler is trying to do a little bit of move, a little bit of pressure left to right, and hoping to consolidate on that.
Yeah, he's got to intimidate Victor, which isn't easy. Victor doesn't seem to care who's behind him. He's given Johnny Brandon some good runs for his money this season, which is no tall order. No small task, rather. It is a tall order. But unfortunately for the rest of the field, Simon Trendle's got a 3.2 second lead, and we're only 3 laps in. Oh, it was Victor going round. Right, we'll have another look at that in a second. There is a little escape road around this a little bit, and he's going to join again here. He's going to be on the safe side of the track for the corner.
It's always weird when you approach an escape road like that. Side by side with his teammate, and he got a small tap, but he somehow countered that one. Really nice.
Jeez. Well, NQR definitely racing one another then.
Yeah, definitely.
There goes Vincent. 3 wide, please. Oh no.
Let's just first watch this.
Yeah.
Let's just enjoy this. Oh, that is such a tight corner.
Good God.
This is proper racing.
Yeah, millimetres away from one another, and Vincent's come out on top at the moment. I am going to go back and have a look at that incident with Victor when he went off track, but not yet. Oh, right.
Cutting off the nose.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That was terrifying, that.
So, to finish what I was saying, on iRacing, it's weird because you can take the off-route, like the off-track or escape road.
Yeah.
And that's a normal thing to do in real life, but then iRacing is like, yeah, there is your 25,000 second slowdown.
Yeah, forget about the rest of the race. You've just binned off an entire lap's worth in a slowdown, yeah. So, Jamie Wilson is, I don't know, he's in 4th place. I know that there's some people giving him some freebies, but he's absolutely on it tonight. I don't know whether his tyres are going to disappear. I don't suppose you know about tyre wear around Aragon, do you, Sam?
No idea, mate.
No idea, right?
I've done 3 laps or something after the TCRs when we had on Wednesday. just to have a feel for the track and see how it goes, for the broadcast today, basically.
And you know what? Yeah, and you know what I like about what you're seeing on the screen right now? It proves wobbly wrong. Ivan is on track. He's circulating. Don't know why he's quite a way behind at the minute. He didn't launch with everybody else, but oh, that's a bit wide. But we'll see how he goes. So great to see him on track though.
Yeah, and it was a good call from Nikolai Bergatarev in the chat, who saw that as well. And that's why I mean Nikolai is my only favorite Russian, and I only have one. With all the others, I don't really like Nikolai. Sorry.
No, Nikolai is well, he used to be an NQR. Hopefully he'll rejoin us at some point. I miss that red and white paint that he used to rock for many years.
Sam, question to you. I mean, Pete, you mentioned something that you wanted to rewatch the incident with Victor Tanaka.
Yeah, let's go and do that now.
To get Sam's analysis on it.
Yeah, let's hear the logic.
Putting me on the spot.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
He's the lead car of these two. Oh.
Yeah. You threw it in the corner. There's nothing else to say.
yeah. Overcooked that one. That's a self-inflicted
even
injury.
Pete would have said that, you know.
Yeah.
Now that's Pete's regular line.
Yeah, totally.
And especially when he's driving a truck. Over there.
Yeah, that's you. That's you. You're the one that's got us stuck in the trenches the last 3 times. Anyway, I'm not going down that route again. So, Jamie Wilson moving forward all the time. We're going to have to watch this one now as well. Another one where he's popped out of the toe. Is this the same as before? It is. He likes this turn 1, doesn't he? Oh no, this is into the hairpin. Sorry, this is the final turns. Nice overtake.
Yeah, that's a good move. And as Sam mentioned before when analyzing the earlier overtake, once you do an overtake on the inside like that on such a slow corner, the guy behind you is basically getting a better run out of it. So you're already on the back foot, but somehow Jimmy managed to pull away greatly there.
I'm not going to go up top for this replay. This one's going to show itself perfectly well.
Ooh.
So, oddly, Anne Woodward, possibly with technical issues, pulls the car off to one side. And
the side looks damaged.
Yeah, it is. And he's reset the vehicle to pit road. So I think he's having issues with VR or something.
If we were driving Chicago, we would call it a normal car.
Yeah. It takes you a while to find a wall on this one. So I think that's car-to-car damage that we were seeing on that one.
I'm curious about one thing though. What is the state of Vincent Skilbeck's car?
Oh yeah. Let's see how many panels. No, it can't be him driving that.
No, it can't be.
That looks absolutely pristine, actually. Yeah, there's no way it's him. That's Jamie McKnight driving that.
At least it's not a wheelie bin.
Well, yeah. I'm surprised he can actually drive it with that many panels on it. It must feel weird to him.
Yeah, it seems like he's slower with panels than without panels, so he might want to lose some. I always find it quite funny to see how Vincent drives. Recent things, so it's like on specific tracks, he's really quick. And I'm not talking about Bathurst, which is obviously he's from that area, but on certain tracks he's really quick. And on other tracks he's more average. And I think that the different, he's not slow, definitely not. But he's on like in the mid pack. But there are certain tracks where he's lightning fast.
Yeah.
And it's weird, and you either he clicks with a track or he clicks half with a track. Click, yeah.
Right then, in a second I'm going to go on board with Jamie. Do you want to do an on board, or do you not know the track well enough?
Are you talking to me or Sam?
Who are you talking to? Because
wobbly.
I don't know the track well enough to do a proper on board, but Sam does. So.
No,
I don't know the track either.
So, making our way to turn 1 here. Tyler has been caught by Jamie, so second gear corner. Don't really shift up, just keep it in gear, dear. No, third. That's lovely, that. I'm going to have to come out of that.
Right.
I'm gonna do that on another lap because that was just too good. What the hell is Jamie Wilson doing? Is Simon driving Jamie's car? And if Simon's driving
on the next one.
Oh! Tyler just scared Jamie to death. 3 for second place here. 4 now. Ooh! Tony Klusterman in on the action. Levers Bob Woodhouse out of that position. Oh my God!
The NQR guys, I don't know what you guys are doing, but your teammates. So I don't know. You're basically racing at me and Tyler. Stop it.
They're racing for Willy Beans of the day.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
It's quite funny to see that. Vincent, Jamie. That's next slipper.
Oh. Well, they was racing so hard and so close, somebody was going to end up somewhere. Unfortunately, it was Tony. Where is he anyway? Has he recovered it?
He's still on track, yeah.
He's going to... I think that's knackered, looking at the way it's behaving.
So what it seemed like happened was they were almost side by side, and then in the middle of the corner, it felt like Tony lost a little bit of downforce or started to slide a little bit, which caused him to hit the rear of Jamie Wilson's car, which was completely stable at the time. Pure racing incident. I'm
going to try and find it again. There we go. Let's have a look at this. I don't know how far back this will have gone. Right, let's go up top. We can have a look at it from a bird's eye view. This is before they get together properly. Ooh, alright, okay, we'll watch something else in a moment. So that's the first touch there between the NQR cars.
Yeah, that was the first touch we saw, which unsettled Tony's car, which eventually put him on a good line for this corner. And he saw he had a good exit, went to the inside of Jamie, and like you see a small moment in the middle of the corner, and you see that, and that was now it's putting him wide. It's just so ever so slight. Really unfortunate that he hit Jamie there, because otherwise he would have salvaged that one.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I think it's catching. We've got some crashes to review. Where should we start? We should start with this one. Ooh. Right. Ooh. Okay.
Can we go through that again?
Yeah, that was Victor making his way through Vincent's car, which was a bit strange. Let's have that again.
I think he just...
Wow, that is a mega send. That is from several postcodes back.
Nah, that's not a send. I think he just either misjudged his brake marker or locked up the fronts or something, because that doesn't... I don't feel like that was intentional.
Right.
And I'm gonna try and confirm this, so...
Yeah, you go and do that. That was just bizarre. And then, after that one, Sam, we ended up with this one. All on his own. All by himself. That's...
you overshot.
Yeah, he just sailed it straight in. Oh, and it gets worse. Oh.
Yeah, those corners are just... insane.
Yeah.
You're just coming from the long left super fast, and then it's like a super slow complex with a very tight right-hander and just overshot it. And yeah, I mean, I've done that in my 3 laps.
Your 3 laps. Right, Victor Tanaka's in pit road, so that's weird. Ant Woodward back on track after stopping the car, resetting it, and then sailing it. Probably because he had cold tyres, I guess. Vincent Skilbeck's back here now. Go on.
Yeah, so I rewatched the onboard footage from Victor Tanaka, and I feel like he just missed his brake marker. He was just holding steady, and the moment he realized he was gonna hit Vincent, he tried to steer out of it and locked his fronts and completely rammed him in the side. Just a driver error there, and Definitely not a cent, just trying to avoid him and know where to go for him.
Right. Okay. Thank you for that.
Unfortunate that Vincent was there.
Yeah. So Vincent finds himself back in 9th place now, which is not where he wanted to be, I'm sure. But at the more pointy end, let's talk about Simon Trendle. He is in this race, just in case you thought he wasn't. He's a whopping 10 seconds ahead of Tyler Newitt, who has still got Jamie Wilson for close company. I am stunned by Jamie Wilson's pace. I really am. Absolutely fantastic to see. And then Bob Woodhouse is at the back of this 3-car fight for second place.
I'm gonna say something, call me stupid if you want, but no TCR race this week.
Nope.
So more practice for Jamie. So it's different.
Yeah, good call.
There you go.
Yeah, nice. Very well worked out. Ooh.
That's why you are here, Sam, because me and Pete, we just usually talk about random stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there's no spider sex or anything like that, but that could happen.
Man, that is like 4 years ago.
I know.
Come on.
Well, let's talk about the Edison incident.
Oh, no, let's not.
What?
Well, okay,
Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison. So we were doing this broadcast on Montreal, and somehow we ended up in a discussion about where the light bulb was created. And we figured out that Thomas Edison is actually Canadian. We didn't know that. Or at least did the discovery there. And there was all sorts of things going on in the broadcast, like super great overtakes, 5 wide, 8 cars on top of each other, like for half an hour. And we just ended up discussing the light bulb.
Yeah, well, BSTV broadcast in the end. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a true BSTV broadcast. So these three are pretty much inseparable at the moment. I think Jamie's tyres are starting to go, though, because there's certain corners I see the car behaving a little bit weird. So I don't know whether he's cooked his stuff early on in the race. There's still, I should say, 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, Sam. So I think that you have the most experience in the car on the V8s. What is usually your approach on a sprint race like this, where you know you're gonna be head over heels and fighting for all the way? Are you trying to preserve in the beginning, or is it just balls to the wall?
I'm trying to keep it steady the few first laps, because what you don't use at the start, you basically have an advantage at the end. The thing is, track position is key as well. So it's not easy, and most of the time I completely fail at doing that because I'm enjoying too much battling in the V8, so I completely cook my tires in the first end. But it's great. I would say the best practice would be to try to conserve your tires as much as you can, so at the end you have a better tire life than the opponents. But it's easier said than done.
So, a question for both of you individually. Do you prefer, there's going to be 2 sets of questions, just to prepare you. Do you prefer front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive? Sam?
Is that even a question?
Okay, rear-wheel drive it is. And Wobbly?
I prefer 4-wheel drive.
4 wheels.
To be honest, I've been driving PCR a lot, but I'm definitely I also like to drive front wheel cars, rear wheel cars, backward cars, nice. Rear wheel cars.
Yeah.
It's just all the car dependent, because I don't like the GT3s, but I do like the LMDH.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Nice high downforce car, unlike these things. And then in terms of individual cars, we're running 2 series at the minute, so the question is going to be about 2 cars. Do you prefer racing in the V8 League or the TCR League, Sam?
I can't tell you right now because I haven't raced in the TCR League yet.
Is this going to be your first one?
Yeah.
Really? I thought you'd done it once before. Okay.
No, you've been the TCR guy.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I didn't do very well in it. That's why I'm broadcasting.
I was the V8 guy, and I didn't do well either in it.
Yeah.
Probably better than you, though. But anyway, let's pass on the subject. No, I think My preferred car is still the V8. The only reason why I'm not really racing it is because these guys are practicing like 24/7, and I only have 1 hour, maybe 2 per 2 weeks to practice. And I don't like to be at the back of the field, racing alone, and it's too much work to be good in these cars. But once you're good, it's insane. It's so much better than any other car.
And Wobbly, same question to you, because you have definitely raced both cars.
Yeah, I did race both cars, but that was a little bit of a sniper. I was watching Jamie, who almost went off. He kept it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that at the current time I would prefer the TCR league, and that is of everything to do with the way I drive more than other guys.
Okay.
Because I'm a bit rough on the edges when it comes to overtaking people. And in the LMDH, it's not that hard, for example, because you have so much downforce, you're never in that close proximity. But on touring car, like cars, club cars, I like to have my elbows out a little bit, and these cars just are less suitable for that.
Yeah, it doesn't take much of a touch to send someone into the scenery in this one.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, I've driven this car not that much. I think I did like 6 or 7 races, and I thoroughly enjoyed taming the car. But my preference is definitely going towards touring club cars.
Yeah, my experience of this car isn't that I tamed it, more that it tamed me and told me how bad at racing I was.
Jimmy has a good run.
Yeah, I'm just reading Chris Jackson's messages that he's now removed. He said that was bad sport, especially the hit after the spin from Victor. And then he's taken those messages down, so I've just immortalised them. Oh, here we go, Greg Cart on the inside. Is he going to make this work? Nearly.
That's when you know you got proper commentating.
Yeah.
You know, there's no team order in NQR.
Sorry?
There's no team orders.
No, clearly. As they are absolutely ragging these cars to pieces. Oh, he's lost it. He's gone. Brams.
We are approaching the last. Oh, a small moment there. Yeah. Approaching the last couple of laps. Maybe 2 laps left. Maybe 3 on the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, we are.
I'm keeping an eye on. Yeah, now you're keeping an eye on it as well. It's been Jamie having a couple of good runs on the longest straights, and he hasn't really taken the opportunity to make a move. And it's all coming down to the last 2-3 laps where he needs to shove his way past, and that's what I would do in the TCR. Just shove my way past. Just let him know you're there. But in this car, like the smallest of touches will send you off into the wall. It takes such a delicacy to overtake someone without the ABS, which you don't have on this car.
Right. Okay. Whoa. Jeez, Jamie nearly bent.
There's no traction control either.
No.
There's no assist. No.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Jamie ended up cooking his stuff for the middle part of the race, and now he's cooled it down a little, maybe. Although that is difficult when you're chasing someone in this car.
Nikolai, could it be that Simon is driving both Chimera cars?
Honestly, I think he probably could. But Jamie is. Ooh!
Oh, that is late. Oh, and he's trying. And
how did he get that stopped? I mean, wow.
Tyler must have been shitting his pants.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry for my language.
No, that's fine.
He should have fired that in the inside, though.
Yeah, he should have let it go, shouldn't he, Sam?
Yeah. Just release a little bit of brake pressure and put the nose in the inside, and would have been job done.
Yeah, have we got white flags waving yet? I can't even see where Barney is on this track. Not yet. Right. Okay.
No. Are you sure, Sam? Because I feel like both Tyler and Jamie were really, really late on the braking, and I feel like if Jamie would have released the brake pedal a little bit, then he would have collided with Tyler more and missed the corner.
No, I don't think so, because he managed to brake more than Tyler, because he was actually going for it and went back in line. So it was faster into the braking zone, and he just applied more brake pressure than Tyler on that corner. So yeah, if he did fire it in the inside, he would have got the thing.
Jimmy's all over him. He's just almost pushing him forward on the track, trying to utilize every inch of the track, trying to get everything better. Because it seems, for me, that Jamie has a little bit more tires left in him.
It's nice to see Tyler is still racing the tribute livery.
Yeah,
well.
with the holy mackerel on the back of it. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, it just reminds me some good memories.
Yeah, totally.
I would make a suggestion that we just place that on indefinitely.
Yeah, why not?
And also, so Tyler, this is me telling you update.tcr paint.
Yeah,
I follow that.
Cool. Right, that's decided then. And just to educate Ivan, in terms of reverse grid for this race, we will reverse the grid. However, I don't think that you'll qualify to be at the front of it if that's what your concern is, because you have not finished on lead lap. So don't be too worried about that, I don't think.
Do you think it's taking into account lead laps? I don't
Tyler's
think so.
super wide there, and now Jamie is all up on the inside of him, getting a better run. Tyler cutting back to the right. Jamie got a better exit, but somehow, in some universe, somewhere, Tyler even got a better exit after that moment, and now Jamie is getting caught up by Bob. And Rob, is Bob.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Bob.
Bob is trying to make a move. Jamie is defending on the inside and trying to get a good exit there, but Rob is all over him now, and it seems like the tables have turned.
Yeah, and whilst it's absolute chaos here, it's absolute tranquility here. So we're not going to watch that. Yeah, we're on white flag lap.
It's tranquility, you say.
Yeah.
We are basically Simon Trendo is the Max Verstappen of V8 in this league, and we just ignore him and we just pretend that this is for the win.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jamie, look, they got small touches there.
He got a bit of a shove.
I mean, it's fair play from Bob, because it wasn't his fault. If he went through, I wouldn't blame him, to be honest, because that was unlucky.
It was very.
I think Sam, you're spot on, and that is one of the greater things I think in the league in general. BSTV,
where's Tyler gone? Oh, crikey, blimey!
He's just thinking out of it.
Yeah. I
think that's one of the greater things. Nobody's judgmental on that. Things happen, and as in the TCR, like as in the V8 League, we have to have an incident report, if I'm correct. I think that we never had an incident report in these two leagues.
We had in the 14th season. We had. I might have filled one of them a long time ago. Yeah. But anyway,
in the last 3 years.
Not much.
We've had hardly anything and nothing at all
in
in TCR.
Simon on screen. Get Simon on screen for the win.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, just in time. Congratulations on Simon.
Yeah, just about. I desperately tried to miss it. And then Tyler's going to be the next one over the line.
He did an amazing job on defending.
Yeah, good job, Tyler.
As to Jamie and Robert Ross as well, they really performed outstanding there.
I think driver of that race for me is definitely Jamie Wilson. I don't know what he's done differently, but he's done something completely different.
Let's do a mid vote. I think this is good. Sam.
Let's go.
Yeah, who was your driver of this race?
Same as Pete. Jamie, I think. Just insane. Although I would say Tyler did a great job defending, and Bob actually deserved the kudos for not taking the spot.
As we watch Vincent Tanaka, who had a bit of an unfortunate race coming in 8th.
Yeah.
My fault. I would say 2. I need to mention Simon. I just need to mention. I don't know. I need to mention Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
I just need to mention him, and it's a Red Bull, so he has a better car, but we need to mention him, and he deserves to be it. But I'm gonna hate myself for this, but I think that Tyler is the one who absorbed the most pressure the whole race without making a massive mistake. So I would say that Tyler would be my driver of this race.
Right. Okay. You're wrong, but that's fine. Don't be
Tyler,
sorry.
don't be like that. The reason you're not my driver is because you're always at the front. You're so good.
So Tyler's already having a shot at us, saying, "Who's the driver of the race?" Definitely the guy who didn't win the battles. And then Wobbly's just voted for him, so that puts Tyler in his little box there.
I got his back.
Yeah. Right, let's go through the. I think I clicked that, and this. Sometimes this doesn't work on SDK. Yeah, see, it's just done it weird again. So let's try that instead. There we go. Right, so Simon Trendle, otherwise known as Max Trendle, or Simon Verstappen, we're not sure, won here yet again in round 18 at Aragon. He was 13, nearly 14 seconds ahead of second place Tyler Newitt for BSTV Esports Green. And then Jamie Wilson with a fantastic end of season podium there for Team Chimera came home third, bottom step. Bob Woodhouse came in fourth for NQR Europe, right behind him. Greg Carr finished fifth for NQR North America. Sixth was Bram de Bois for NQR Europe, with Tony Klusman not too far behind him in seventh for NQR North America. His teammate Victor Tanaka after a sketchy incident with Vincent in eighth, then Vincent in ninth for Wheelie Bins Mayhem Republic. Ant Woodward in 10th for NQR Europe, and Ivan did turn some laps. He's found it a struggle because he doesn't know the track and he's not done any practice. Not everybody gets the time to do it for track velocity racing. Well, that was full of drama.
It definitely was.
Yeah.
And even during the race, I was we were discussing other things as well, but I obviously found a really great list with facts again.
Oh,
and
excellent.
I wanted to mention one, but I just waited after the race. So like this in this in this pause, I have like two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go for it.
I think like one of the greatest things about Spain is that apparently there are no laws against public nudity.
Really? Is this what I've been missing out on all these years? I need to go there instead of getting arrested in the UK.
Well, you'll get arrested. Don't worry about that with a body like that. But I mean, that's not public nudity. That's just an elephant walking on the street. I mean, I'm not sure if that's allowed, but okay, well, and not because of the the long okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing, do you no? Let me rephrase that. Do you often wear flip-flops when it is really hot outside and you are off? You don't have to go to work.
I have done in the past, yes.
Have done in the past. Like, why did you stop? Curious.
Because I don't do that anymore.
Because your feet have hair? Why did you stop that?
I just walk around in bare feet outside now.
Okay, so Sam, do you wear flip-flops in the summer? But Sam muted his mic.
Yeah,
I assume. Yeah. Okay. Well. Anyway.
Yeah. Sorry, I was coughing.
Okay.
Yes and no. Like I don't go out, so I don't really need to wear them.
Okay. So, if you would wear flip-flops, would you drive with flip-flops?
No way.
No way, mate.
I'd be dead.
So would you either just throw the flip-flops off and then drive bare feet?
I have driven barefoot before. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I do. But apparently. So I'm just gonna read this.
Uh-huh.
One of the weird facts about Spain is driving in flip-flops is illegal, and in fact, driving in any type of sandal that doesn't have a strap around the back or the ankle is illegal, and driving bare feet is illegal as well.
What?
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I do think that thing with flip-flops is illegal in Belgium as well, or was, or at least someone told me not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the law exactly on that subject, but I do think it's not good. But not driving barefoot is, it's step further.
Yeah. Sam will remember this. Myself and Ronald Moons had one very critical thing in common once upon a time. Hello, Ronald, if you are ever watching our broadcast. He headed up a little Facebook group called Racing in Slippers and Racing in Socks. And we used to race in socks. So does that mean, Wobbly, and I know you're now an expert on driving law in Spain, that if I was wearing socks, I could drive legally because I wasn't barefoot and I wasn't wearing sandals without a strap around the heel or the ankle.
I'm gonna investigate that because I think that's a really valid question. I'll do some research, and I'll come back to you on that one. And now my other question. I mean, not being allowed to drive with flip flops. I think that is one. You could say that's a smart rule. I think that's a good law because it's dangerous. Let's be honest. It would just maybe get stuck or something, and then like you would run over a whole school class or whatever, and like 16 young children die just because you were too tired and too lazy to put the flip flops off. You know?
Yeah.
I get that. But now, sim racing. So, you drive with shoes on, or bare feet, or socks on?
I used to race with just socks on.
Oh, you used to? So
yeah, and now I've got some decent pedals. I now race in slippers.
Come on.
They're very nice looking slippers. If I can find them, I'll take a picture and send it to you.
Yeah, I'll put a picture without your feet.
Post it in the V8 chat, and don't do it on the broadcast because otherwise you attract a different kind of people.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
yeah.
Sam, what is your preferable driving method on the pedals?
I have Sparkle's scouting shoes because I have proper pedals and it's like a real car. So I drive with real shoes.
Okay. So I'm a bare feet commando. And sometimes
that's the smell. Okay, I get it.
And you know, remember I was we were doing the 24 hours, and I was doing the night stint with Gary or something. Can't remember. But my feet were freaking freezing, man. My toes. Like after that stint, that was a 3.5 hour stint. I stood up, went to the shower, and just let the water go over the toes for like 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes, I started feeling them again. I was with Tyler. I can't remember. Oh, I know I was at a team with Tyler.
So to educate you, Pete, trampoline socks are reinforced socks.
Right.
If you want. So you have actually a better surface below your feet. So I guess it grips more and. Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to have to Google that. That sounds like something I could use. Yeah, he's just confirmed it, actually. Great grip and feet don't hurt at maximum braking. I'm going to have to try that. Because my slippers tend to wear out. I've been through 3 pairs of slippers, and I don't even race that much.
You know what we call those socks? We don't call them trampoline socks.
Well, then you're wrong then, aren't you?
We call them inside playing house socks. Like, if you go like to an inside playroom, whatever, playground for kids.
Yeah.
They sell those socks.
Right.
So that's why we call them children grip socks. You know, children inside playground socks.
Right. Okay.
So basically, you're a child. That's what I'm saying.
I was just getting to that. Yeah. No, I'm not.
I'm getting a gear as well.
Just watching some people pitting. It doesn't seem like a massively challenging pit lane, Sam. It looks like it's just straight in off the road. No sharp turns, etc. It just looks standard, to be honest.
It does look like that. I haven't tried it.
No, I mean
in my runs, but yeah, it does look like that.
Who's next going round? Tyler. Wonder if he'll pit the car. Let's have a little look. We'll see if he's gonna drop into pit lane. He's got to be on screen, of course. He's got a bit of a sketchy connection, and we're on a Boston server, so I don't know what that's all about. So he would be coming around this next left-hander and then straight to pit road, which he is doing. I can see, well, that's the sort of Donington-style pit lane entry that I could get very wrong, but other people, normal people, would be okay with it. It is a bit Donington-esque, actually, isn't it?
It is. Except you don't have a stupid chicane or stupid hairpin.
Yeah. Don't say that.
I like the track. I'm not like wobbly. I like the track.
Yeah. I was just
but the chicane is stupid. It does send you flying though. It's good for V8s, like 2-wheel action.
Yeah, it is.
That makes you way faster. Because we all know the theory, you put it on 2 wheels, so it actually turns more, like they explained for the real life thing, but it doesn't work like that on iRacing.
I was going to say, that's never worked for me yet.
Well, Pete, the wheel needs to touch the ground, not the sky.
Yeah, see, that's what I would do. Tony. Oh, no, it's not, it's Ant Woodward. I'll take it all back.
That's a nice entry to pit road.
Isn't it just, yeah. Right, okay, I need to do this quickly. So I need to do that. So your poleman for this race will be Ant Woodward for NQR Europe. Second will be Vincent Skilbeck. Third will be Victor Tanaka. I wonder if this actually works. Let me do this. Oops. I keep forgetting to do this for Jamie. I wonder if it actually does anything. We'll find out in a minute. Right, so third will be Victor Tanaka. Fourth will be Tony Kloosterman. Fifth will be Bram Dubois. Sixth will be Greg Carr. Seventh will be Bob Woodhouse. Jamie Wilson will go off eighth. Ninth will be Tyler Newitt. 10th will be Max Verstappen. 11th will be Ivan Batmans. Right then, let's see if my grid set worked. I probably didn't. I tried it from SDK and that usually fails miserably. Right, let's get that off the screen and we'll get ready for racing, folks. I think basically that Simon Trundle's going to run away with everything, maybe apart from the driver of the meeting award. No, the grid set didn't work. Anyway, Victor Tanaka's not joined the grid. There's a gap there on the second row, and we are racing.
Please wait, mate. We're racing.
Hey, there it is. Nice one. We are racing.
Nice third one.
Yeah, very nice. Too wide around Jamie Wilson, no surprise. He was in the thick of it in the first race. Why would it be any different in the second? Side by side with Tyler. This is going to be a good race, this I can tell already. The behaviour of these cars, very racy. I wonder why Victor didn't turn up. Oh, he has turned up, has he? No, he hasn't. I thought he had done then, just late.
No, Victor is not there.
Yeah, his name changes colour on SDK to make it look like he's on track, and he's not. Right, so steady through all of these opening corners on this first lap. Again, Jamie looking like he wants a race here. Putting the pressure on Bob Woodhouse. Sorry, who was that trying to get through?
Oh, no, I'll mention it later.
Okay. So, a reminder for anybody new, because there are quite a few people watching. This is a 1 hour race to follow the 30-minute race that we call a sprint. Sometimes this hour race turns into a 1 hour sprint, but you have to pit the car. Nobody's ever done a no-stopper. Oh, that's a tag. That's Jamie on the back of Bob Woodhouse.
Ivan did a really good job avoiding that incident.
He really did.
He almost got it turned out. Was that Ivan?
Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler was behind, almost got rammed by Tyler as well, which not for little Tyler, of course, but yeah, he did well. Oh, teammates, three of them in a row.
Oh! Tyler avoided that one, and then Bob avoided that one, and Ivan avoided it as well, so it could have been way worse.
Okay, my money's on Ivan to win this race.
Ivan almost killed someone. No.
Oh dear. So, don't adjust your sets, folks. Ivan is... Oh, is he going to fight this one? Oh, Ivan, get in there, mate. No.
I just want to make one general observation about I'm in the session as well. And so, Ivan, I would definitely say that the paint you have in the session is better than you have the one on the broadcast. I'm just saying.
Eh? I've got this from the paint pack.
Yeah, but okay. Well, the training paint is different.
Oh, I see.
That one is the better one.
Right. Okay. Odd. I like that paint that he's sporting. I like the blue stripes over the bonnet, a bit like proper Fords, you know. But anyway.
The white is more grey.
Okay.
So it's a more fiercely looking car.
Oh, okay. Right. So, don't adjust your sets, as I was saying a minute ago. This is Ant Woodward leading. And that is Vincent Skilbeck with all the panels on his car as he finished the first race, but he was way down in second place there. no seconds at all behind him, as you can see, nearly pushing him round these corners. I would like to say that that's the closest battle on track, but it's not. This is the closest battle on track here between two teammates that haven't taken each other out yet. Do we want to go and review any of those other ones? We saw them live, didn't we?
Yeah, well, we have the opportunity, and it's not a close battle, and it's obviously it's an hour-long race, so let's keep focus on the battles for now, and in a minute or two.
Lead. Yeah.
Thank you.
And he tried to cut back.
That's exactly the move I was saying.
Yep, you were.
Simon should have put on Tyler.
Right. That was nicely done by Vincent Skilbeck. He was already ahead before the corner, so he must have got a good launch as Jamie tries to get that position away from Ivan, but Ivan's having none of it. Love that. Tyler knew it, fastest man on track.
Ivan is going to let him pass now.
Do you reckon?
I know, because I saw the message in chat.
Oh.
I think that Ivan just kept on his line and didn't really fancy fighting with Jamie.
Right, okay. Excuse me, I don't think that Ant Woodward's going to let this go too easily. We've seen Vincent
we saw just before Ant got sideways quite a bit, and again on that corner, so he's probably cooking his rear tire around
right
to the pace.
Yeah.
So Ant, calm down,
yeah.
take a breath, let them cool down, and then go for it. Again, easier said than done.
NQR battles all over the place at the moment.
Yeah, so half the field is NQR.
Well, that is also true, yeah. So this is Bram closing in on Bob Woodhouse. Tony Kloosterman further back here has now found Ivan. So what we saw before was a blue on blue, wasn't it?
Definitely.
Triple blue, what do you call that? I don't know, but
I would call that I'm blue dabba dee dabba.
Nikolai says racers need more grit even when they're walking around the house. Absolutely. Oh, this is good fighting there from Ivan. Nice move, mate.
No, that's him letting him by, right?
I don't think so. Oh, yeah, he is now. He's on the brakes very early.
Oh,
Well,
almost trying to kill him.
Yeah, they're trying to make a crash out of it.
Racing.
I think he's racing
like
as well.
Racing,
yeah. Come on,
Defensive
Ivan.
line.
Yeah.
Probably braking a bit earlier than Tony because he hasn't done any practice, as he said on the broadcast.
Yeah.
So that's normal. You cannot expect to brake it super late when you've done no practice.
Like there's this fine nuance between when do you fight someone and when you avoid the fight.
Yep.
And I think I mentioned this in a TCR conversation we had the last week or so, where I mentioned something like if you're a second off the pace compared to the guy behind you, there's no use in fighting it, except if it's for like the last 2 laps for a podium position or a championship or whatever. So there is some, some nuance to that. But if you know you're like a second off, there's no use in fighting it because you would only cost yourself time and them time. And this, although it looked like Ivan was defending, I think that it was really controlled because he tucked in right behind him.
It was.
Yeah, sure. But Ivan also needs to try and fight those people, even if they're faster. It's the last race of the season. I don't know where Tony is championship-wise, but this race is screwed for him. Let's face it. He might do something to recover a bit, but he's 12 seconds off the lead.
He's in 7th in the standings, so he's not fighting for anything remarkable.
So, yeah, I think it was a good move from Ivan, trying to defend on that corner, not giving up, and not over-pushing it, of course. He's very controlled, but...
I watched it from the gyro, and I think that he just let it by.
Right.
Okay.
You're wrong, but that's fine. Don't be sad about it.
I get where you're coming from, Sam. I mean, I'm all for hard racing and defending, and I mentioned this I think every single broadcast. I always tell JB, just fight for the position, mate. No, except if I'm behind you, but fight for every position except for me.
If you're behind, you need to crash. Okay.
Oh, I got people I'm gonna crash into this season. Don't worry.
Okay, so
I got a list.
Yeah.
This is spicing up again with Jamie, Tyler, and another NQR guy, which is Ant.
This isn't Jamie. This isn't Jamie. This is
Simon.
Simon
Three
Verstappen.
Jamies went off.
This is Simon Verstappen.
Yeah. Okay, I learned too much about broadcasting from you, Pete.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Max Wilson, because he was too fast in the first race for a normal Jamie Wilson. So Max Wilson is making his way back forward again. He's much delayed at the moment after the incident.
But now he's encountering quicker guys. Like,
Yes.
He has to get past them, and now he's right up on the rear from Tyler, who did a really good job on defending the other attackers like Jamie and Bob Woodhouse last race. So this is another cookie, like another way of driving. And you see Tyler going wide a little bit, and that's definitely an off track. And it says, I think that basically gives away how Tyler is driving at the moment. I'm not gonna fall for the pressure of Simon, and I'm fighting for the win for this race.
It does look very much like that, actually. They're going to have to be careful because Vincent he's not pulling away necessarily. He's inching away. He's got 3 seconds on them nearly at the moment, and I think now that Simon Verstappen has caught the back of this pair, they'll probably race a bit harder and faster towards him.
Definitely.
There goes Tyler. Oh, no, he doesn't. Yes, he does.
Ooh.
No, he doesn't.
He's on the edge. He's on the edge. Oh, jeez.
That was class.
You see the whole car is struggling with the fact that they have to brake so hard that the whole front is dancing around.
Yeah, more blip, Tiger. More blip. More blipping.
Maybe that's why I'm not good at VR,
Well,
because I'm too lazy to blip.
Well, I am as well, but it does make it so much smoother, and he's gonna... What's going on here?
Oh! They both meet the corner. That's Simon's chance.
Yep, Simon doesn't need to. Two questions asked of him. He's going for it.
Was it both missing the corner, or was it Ant being super aware for the fact that Tyler missed the corner?
Maybe, yeah. We need another shot at that to actually see.
Because it looked like Ant was reacting on what was happening in his mirror, which was, if so, a really good move.
I don't know if it's a good idea to step away from the battle, though.
Well, I've done it now. Ooh.
Oh, no, he
locked up.
Yeah. Probably saw Tyler pulling out and then decided to brake just slightly later.
Oh, Ant Woodward. Thought he was going wide then. It wasn't. It was Simon taking a much tighter line, but it was effective.
If you can get this fighting for like an hour, that would be great.
Yeah.
And behind this fight, you see Bram Dubois and Rob Woodhouse also closing on one another. Tyler takes a very different line through that corner compared to Simon, and he's all the way on the inside over the curb, where the others are a little bit on the curb at the right front, and Tyler is completely over the curb.
Yeah, I wonder if he's picking up any off tracks doing that. Because he's got an hour to do, so if that's his normal line and he is picking up off tracks, it's going to be a bit of an issue. Meanwhile, Vincent Skilbeck's pulled out 5 seconds on this lot after that scrapping. And the two behind, you're absolutely right, Wobbly, are closing in on this little group, so we might end up with 5, maybe even 6 if Jamie got that wrong, didn't I? Max Wilson catches up.
And that little scuffle between Ant and Tyler, it seems. Oh, and they both had a little slide on the exit there, but that little scuffle seems like Tyler overheating the tires a little bit and have consolidating a little bit of time. I think he's gonna be able to pull back towards the rear of Simon, but you can definitely tell that there's something off on his rhythm at the moment.
Yeah. And Simon closing in on the boot lid of Ant Woodward. Oh, we got that a bit wrong actually. He couldn't see his turning in point, I don't think.
The only one taking the apex is Tyler, though.
Yeah, yeah.
That hairpin.
Right, let's have a quick look at a wheelie bin. That's what it looks like. And it's got all panels on it. It's resplendent at the minute. Very nice.
Well, he did try to get killed by Victor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So he tried. And I don't have the numbers, by the way, but I've been keeping an eye on Ivan, and I think that if he continues this trend, then this is gonna be a really close battle. Oh, and now that is a really good move.
I think he's done, yeah.
Yeah, that is. But now will Tyler follow? He is. This is the big long straight as well, isn't it? So Ant Woodward's just going to lose all the way down here.
Well, he's got the draft from Simon.
Yeah. Simon's probably doing that on purpose because it'll bring them both level for this corner. Oh, did you see Tyler hit that thing?
And he kept it around the outside, and now hit another thing because you call it a thing now.
Yeah.
And it's still
big
going
balls.
for it, but yeah.
Did you say big balls?
Yeah. So now, Vincent is 7 seconds ahead of these two.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Like 5.5 ahead of Simon.
Look at Simon's lead over these two already. I know they've been bashing each other over the bumps, but where's Ant going?
And he's wide again. I know his teammates on him.
Yeah, and he's done him, yeah.
I said it at the start, I think Ant's cooked his tires to start with.
And again. Yeah, he's absolutely mashed him now. That's 3 NQR Europe cars altogether. And then, look at this. Max Wilson.
Why do you call him Max Wilson?
Because we've got Simon Verstappen driving one Chimera car, and we've got Max Wilson driving the other one.
So then we need some onboard radios. Like,
yeah.
Give me under braking.
That's class. So let's join the in-car chat of Max Wilson.
It's pretty quiet.
It is.
It's really quiet. So can we box for the fastest lap? So I think that we should definitely share that song I found, that parody.
Oh, that was class. Yeah, that was funny. Oh, dear.
I don't watch F1, so I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, so there was this parody about I can't remember the first name, but the guy is called O'Connor, and he does basically imitations of all the Formula 1 drivers, and he's spot on with it.
He's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, O'Connor, whatever.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, and
he's doing fake radio messages and all.
Yes, and all that stuff. And what he does is like he made this karaoke thing where he forced Max Verstappen to sing a song, but with his voice, obviously. And I'll post it in the V8 and then for people to watch it.
And then we can all level off. Yay!
What's his name again? Connor F1.
Right. So Greg Carr.
I'll post it.
Greg Carr's caught up with Tony Klusterman here. I have to say, hats off to Ivan. He doesn't know the track and he's had no practice, but he's doing really well. He's not crashed it. He's 12 seconds behind, but that's still an achievement in my books. Let's go back to the NQR Europe area of the track. Sorry, I should have put up the track map and the battle box so that everybody knew what was going on. Or had more insight into what was going on, I should say.
But I knew it.
Huh?
No, I'm not saying it again.
Right. Did you say Tyler knew it? Right, okay, yeah. No, that's cool.
Don't say it that loud, please.
I think it's great to be in the box, in the booth with Sam, but I think this was enough.
Yeah. See you guys.
Yeah, all done, all done. Going out on a high.
Oh, you call that a high?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
well,
going to say hello, but... Oh, Jamie's close now.
yes, he is.
Tyler is not getting away.
No. Bob Woodhouse is keeping him honest at the minute.
Max Verstappen, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I posted in the V8.
Cool.
If anybody's interested, and also in the YouTube chat. But if we can, and the race for whatever reason dies out a little bit, you should just play the song on the background.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
It's not showing any signs.
No, don't want the MCA on the channel, please. So.
No, that's definitely not gonna be a DMCA.
Yeah.
This is not DMCA worthy. Trust me, it's fine.
There's no Kenzie here for you to sing with anyway.
Oh yeah, that's annoying. Is Kenzie coming back next season?
I don't know. Is he on the chat? If he is, answer. He's quit more times than Mr. Quitter from Quittown. But that does also mean that he comes back every time, so who knows?
It's really, really deep under braking from Bob. I almost hitting the rear from Tyler. He must have felt the wind blowing in his rear wheel spot. It was crazy how close they got. The feeling they experience on this straight must be great. Like they just put the foot down, and you see the revs coming up, and then you're like, oh, when do I brake as late as possible? Oh, small touch.
No, didn't touch him. It was the bumps.
Yeah, small touch on the inside on the bump. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Right.
That's not a V8 song.
Is it not?
No.
Oh, I'll try and get a better octave out of it.
It's a bit more deep, and you know.
Can you? I heard that you were really good at impressions as well of engines, Sam. Can you just give us an example?
What?
you know, your new Mustang.
What does your new Mustang?
Yeah.
Did it sound? Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good, mate.
Yeah.
I'm not a song expert.
So I would say like I can do it, you know, something like that.
No, it's a bit more like... Keep focus on the battle. Jimmy's trying to put a move right now.
These four are trying to put moves on each other at the minute in pairs. I think Bob's climbing all over, or he was climbing all over the back of Jamie's car, and Max is closing on Bram all the time, although he's just slid through that corner.
Man, the number of slides today, we should call next season V8ESC Formula Drift cars.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal at this
I don't
track.
know.
I mean, you did say that it was a slippy track, so...
Do we have
Ooh, Tyler!
both of them?
Yeah, both, but
Nice
Tyler's
one.
was just a little bit worse.
I'm telling you, it's Formula Drift. They're both drifting together.
Tyler's on a defensive move right now, trying to avoid that Bob is trying. But there is a chance to overtake on the outside. We saw that in a previous move, and they're almost so close, and they're almost touching.
Side drafting.
Late on the brakes.
Brave.
Oh, he's well ahead by the time he gets to the corner.
No, but he's got a bad exit.
No, he hasn't. He's got a good exit.
Oh, that was close.
And now, Bam the Bra is like, oh well, I'm having some of this as well.
Jamie, look at Jamie go.
It almost like all four of them matched on Tinder, and they can't lose each other.
Jamie Wilson, well, Max Wilson.
It's a nice move on the inside, but he's on the outside for the next 2 turns.
I don't think he cares about that right now. Oh!
He needs to stay. He needs to stay. There it is.
Yeah, he's in.
No, it's left.
That's
It's
got
left.
to be
Good
Simon. Simon has to be driving that car. Which begs the question, who's driving this one?
That's me all along.
Yeah, right then. Ooh. And Woodward, scheduled stop, pit road, missed it.
Oh, nice one. So, he's trying to get new tires and try to do something about the situation.
Yeah. I mean, nobody else has pitted at all. Simon Trendle usually runs it very late, and Vincent Skilbeck is the king of running it to the very end of the last breath of fumes in the tank. I mean, he's no Michael Taliancic, who could probably do this on half a tank of fuel.
Well, he's racing EVs V8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can anybody? I've completely missed it. But which tracks did they release on the new patch?
They released. Oh Christ! Now you're asking.
Portimao,
They
probably?
released an updated version of Okayama,
Yes.
and they also released a short oval, and I don't think there's any other new tracks.
Yeah, there's one road track.
For Portimao?
No. I don't think so anyway. Give me a minute.
I haven't read the patch notes, so I'm just saying that from social networks I've seen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it. Keep focused on the race.
Yeah, cool. Okay. You find it was oh crikey! They've got loads of cars. Well, say loads too. Into pit road. This is Bob Woodhouse leading Tyler Newitt. So that's two of the more front runners. And that releases Jamie Wilson onto an open track. So he's only got his teammate ahead of him as Tony Klusterman also joins them in pit road.
There is a new Audi.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, which
GT3.
is apparently very similar to the old Audi, but we'll skip right over that.
So there
I
is
don't mind driving it.
Mugello,
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
which
Yeah,
is a dirt track.
that's Portimao,
Is it?
right?
I don't know.
No,
I thought Portimao
no,
was...
Mugello and Portimao are different.
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh.
Ooh, that was a bit of a straight-on moment from Bram. He turned it though. Jamie's pulling away from him.
Yeah, definitely a different track.
Oh yeah, the different. Oh, well, okay.
The Mugello is yet another bike track, really.
Oh, Vincent Skilbeck almost lost it. I've been watching it for quite a while now, and he's starting to feel the pressure of Simon approaching. He locked up and went at least 90 degrees sideways.
Right. I mean,
And just a small touch, by the way, on his paint job. On the rear, he has this quote: "To finish first, you must first finish."
Yes.
Which is obviously true, and I think that's one of the reasons why he just keeps on driving with the Passat look like cars.
Yeah. In his beach buggies when he redesigns them live on track.
And he's pitting.
He is. And that's a very fast pit stop. Is he going to get stopped?
Yes, yeah. He was.
Wow, that was brilliant. That's faster than the ones I've seen so far. That releases Simon Trendle to the lead of the race. Something that not many of these guys will want to hear, but they've heard it virtually every race this season.
Vincent had a good stop at least. He's still stationary, but he stopped on a proper way, and
Yeah.
seems like he doesn't have any issues.
Yeah, he should be launching any second now. There we go. In behind him is Greg Carr. Pit lane exit, a bit similar to Montreal. Joining on the outside of a right-hander.
It's the same as which Cogan.
Yeah, it is as well. Yeah.
That one is even worse though, because it's not on the line, but you have to the line of the pit exit is super far to the left, While at a certain point you feel like you're gonna miss the corner just because you have to get you can't cross the white line.
Yeah, it's a good one. I like that one. So Tony Kloosterman, who has pitted, finds himself behind teammate Greg Carr.
They were close to each other before the pit stop, so that's not really surprising.
So, whilst all this is going on in V8s, this is the last round of the last race week of the season for these guys. Next Wednesday, the 13th of December, we'll see the first race of the new TCR season, season 15 for the TCR Challenge Cup. It's a new feel, new graphics, courtesy of Jamie Wilson and in no small part Sam Boozen. We have trophies. Well, we have got one trophy, and it's made of 100% plastic. We've got certificates for all the key things that you can, the accolades that you can win, like Safe Driver Award, the Sir Alan Toon Safe Driver Award, Driver of the Meeting, etc. We have Pro and Am for the first time in that series, which has been very, very attractive to a lot of drivers. We've only got 11 positions available for further sign up. What else? We score points for leading laps, even though I thought we were doing that for several seasons anyway, which Wobbly found very funny. Yeah, it's going to be a completely different feel, I think, and all for the positives. It's been quite a labour of love, hasn't it, Sam, bringing that one back round again?
It has, but I have no credits for the new theme. Jimmy made it all by himself. I have done nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. So thanks, Jamie. It looks super great. So if you want to see what it looks like, tune in on Wednesday. I won't be there, but it's gonna be a good one. If Pete can get it together.
Yeah, I've done a test run with it already, and it seemed to work. So I don't think I can screw it up too bad. Although it is me, so you never know.
I mean, I think that's really cool. The way we as a community do the BSTV leagues and the effort we put in. Jamie obviously isn't a full-time member of BSTV, but he still puts in the effort and helps out with the leagues and helps out with the decals and the scripting, and Sam on the background does a lot of things as well. I just turn up when I get a text message that Clyde isn't here, or Clyde wants to do a Clio league, Pete texting me. But I think that's really cool that we have so much. Tyler obviously makes up paints for the team, but there are a lot of people involved without being directly attached to BSTV, and I think that's one of the greater things we have going for ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely, and a big shout out to Sam Blees, who's done a lot of promotion. He's done a lot of consulting with me and Jamie and Stephen Walker in the background behind the scenes. It's certainly only a small percentage of me at the end of the day. In terms
sorry to interrupt, Pete, but
sorry.
Yeah, just go back to the Bram is in the pits and he's gonna get out with Rob and Tyler, hopefully, and they're pretty close to each other. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine.
No,
Bram is
still
there. His pit stop.
Well,
no, it's
good. It's good.
No, it's the fact that he drove longer, so he did slower laps. So he's gonna catch up with them near the end of the race if he is keeping his pace he had before.
He's a long way back though.
He is.
Yeah, but I mean, Sam, you know how hard the tires fall, right? So
it is pretty hard after 2-3 laps. Yes.
Yes.
But 7 seconds, it's very hard.
Oh, he has to drive very hard then.
In true Wobbly fashion, drive faster, Pete. Use the pedal on the right, Pete. Why are you so slow, Pete?
Well, don't complain. I taught you how to fuel save during J2.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I wasn't even on your team.
And it worked. It was shocking.
Anyway, going back to because of the podcast, going back to what we were talking about and discussing. Yeah, it's great that people who are actually involved with the league, Sam Blees, for example, and even Spencer McCarthy, completely different teams. Geodesic Racing, Hydroforce Geodesic, if I'm correct.
Yep.
and they turned up for 2 leagues and they never left, and now they're in a position where they help us out to improve everything, to get everything streamlined, to get a good number on the grid, and that's again, that is really special about the general community.
Yeah, I'm very proud of what we've created. I'm sure Sam is as well, as a founder member of BSTV. It's just a really nice league with a real community feel about it.
And people stay around. They keep on coming back. Obviously, I did a little sidestep, also driving for Impulse, but I always kept in touch with you guys, and I always said, well, I'll just do the broadcast, and I kept a firm foot there. And do you remember how I joined?
No.
So I was with, you remember Simon Van Dijk?
Yeah.
Van Dijk, yeah. So I was in their
Next
team.
level.
Yes, next level.
Yeah, I remember now.
I was in that team, never driven a GT4, and he said, well, I'm gonna do this league, and nobody joined. It's like, well, I'll join. and turned up, first race completely underestimated how hard the GT4 was to drive, and then on my second race on Limebrook I won. I beat Tyler, and I just never left. And then next level folded, and I got a text from Clyde, like, oh, I hear you don't have a team anymore, and then the biggest regret of his life happened.
Yeah.
of all of our lives, let's face it.
Right, so Tyler has caught with Bob Woodhouse. And he's piling the pressure on now. So both these cars pitted on exactly the same lap, but Tyler looks like he's got a lot more pace at the moment. This phase in the race.
Did they pit on the same lap?
Yeah. Both went in on lap 12. I mean, Tyler's got the toe, right? So it's not as massive as it used to be, but it's still a toe.
Yeah, they patched that, and I think speaking in general on the toe, I don't know. I don't really drive NASCAR that much. I don't know if they changed that there as well, but the way it now behaves, all the real racing car drivers, they tell and they describe it as more accurate.
All right, okay.
This is why overtaking is so hard. For example, in Formula 1 or Indy. Oh, Tyler's braking real deep towards the rear of Rob there.
Yeah, and we've got Ivan doing a pit lane exit at the same
and,
time.
And that is definitely a cause of... Oh, Tyler hit the bump a little bit. That is definitely a cause of aero disturbance.
Oh, yeah. That's a big thing in the V8s at the minute, is following behind someone makes it very, very difficult to maintain your front tyre temperature to a manageable level. Some of the fast guys like Simon, you can see them sometimes pop out of the toe, especially in the medium to high speed corners, just because the aero wash is too great.
Yeah,
that's something they work on the real Gen 3 cars for the V8 supercars.
Oh,
they completely ripped off all the aero thingy, and they actually now race pretty close to each other. So when we get Gen 3 on iRacing, I'm curious to see how the world downforce thing applies to the Gen 3 cars.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be fascinating, actually. After watching these series of cars, right from the Ford Falcon, back in whatever year that was that we started this, like 2015 or 14, was it?
The first one released on 2014, but I don't think the V8ESC started.
No, it didn't.
Then.
No.
I think I joined season 2 for my first season in 2016.
Yeah, I think we were running it from 2015, and that's when we just had the Ford Falcon, which I loved. I thought it was great. Then these cars got released, or a different version of the Falcon first, or something like that. Why is Ant Woodward dropping so far down? Where is he?
He went off track.
He did go off track. Why isn't it on my timing screen? Oh, there it is. It just popped up.
Oh, wow. He took an alternative route.
Things you probably shouldn't have heard. Oh, wow. He took an alternative route. Oh, yeah.
Look at this.
Wow, Wow.
He's all the way at Monaco at this rate.
Yeah, that's not the fastest way around, and
He's on some other configuration of track. What's that about? I think he needed an A to Z to try and find his way back onto the track again.
and I'm pretty sure you got a slowdown for it as well.
Oh, lovely.
This is exactly what I meant. Like there's this off-road and this alternative route, and then you suddenly get a slowdown, although you were already like 17 seconds slower.
Is that Simon just in front of these two?
It is.
That's great.
That is good. And yeah, we're back to original running because Vincent Skilbeck is 4.5 seconds ahead of all these guys, including Simon, which is bizarre because Simon was much closer to him before the pit stops.
Now it's like Bobby said, it's the pitting early thing. You got the undercuts.
Right.
But now Simon got better tire than these two, so you got that chip away from them. And probably get back to Vincent. Now, Graham is less than 3 seconds behind, so he was, when I called it, 7 seconds. So he actually catched up over 4 seconds.
Whoa.
Now it's the hard part though, because the tire fell off and the cliff, and now he's more like the same pace, although he was 1 second faster because the two of the guys are fighting. So that's also something to take into account.
Yeah.
And Woodward is out of the car, by the way.
Oh.
Another pit stop.
No, he's out of the car. I
he's
can tell because his engine is shut down.
Yeah. That's a bit weird and a shame. So, what was I just about to say on this topic? Yeah, so Simon Trendle, his tyres are 5 laps newer than Vincent Skilbeck's. Vincent's just there. You'll see Simon come into view right there behind him. He's absolutely hacked that 5 seconds down to 2.6 in no time whatsoever. So Sam Boozen on the money as always, calling the shots exactly as they are. I said logic at the beginning of the broadcast and I wasn't wrong.
So, Pete, to answer your question, no, socks are not allowed.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so
I'm
it's
never
like,
going to Spain.
Yeah, so this is basically what they say is that you need to wear proper footwear, and a sock isn't proper footwear.
It could be.
It is in my house.
Yeah, and mine.
I'm wearing slippers all the time though. So yeah, no, but anyway, yeah, that's the. I kind of get it, but yeah, as we said, I think it's better to drive in socks than slippers or flip flops or whatever.
So, I think when Tyler looks away, looks into a white wall, I think he will always see the back of Bob Woodhouse's car in his vision because he's been staring at it for so long it must have burnt into his retinas.
Simon is next to Vincent, basically.
Oh, is he? He's caught him already. He's not next to him at all.
Basically.
It will be after the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just pushing him.
Near enough.
No. He hit the bump.
That bump's vicious, isn't it? So these two go hooning it up the hill and over the stripe after these two.
I'm throwing something on the table. Tyler, you finish on the podium. You're my driver of the meeting.
Oh.
I'm calling it now.
Okay, then I'm going for Rob Woodhouse.
I'm also going for Bob Woodhouse in this race.
Wait, why?
Why?
I still.
Why?
Okay,
Why?
Why? Tell me why. Okay, so, why do we call him Rob and not Bob, or Bob and Rob?
Well, because Rob is short for Robert, but Bob is also short for Robert in the UK.
Okay, so you UK people are weird.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Weirdos.
And also would be Bert.
But what?
Bert is
Like Bert and Ernie.
Yeah, Bert and Ernie.
Like the guy with the banana in his ear.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Oops, wrong car.
Tyler is close now.
Yeah, he is. That's who I was trying to get on, but I selected the wrong car. Not like me at all. You would
You can say things are weird, Sam, because like what was it again? It's French fries.
Is it though?
Let's go, Tyler.
For those that don't know what we're just on the chat there, his real name is Bob. It's been posted in the chat.
Okay, so then it's Rob from now on.
Actually, it is now. Is it going to be P4? What else? Not yet. They're both fishtailing around, trying to get around this really sharp hairpin. I think Tyler might get this done. Oh, that's contact. And he straightened him up. And
look who's coming.
No, Bram. Like, you're both of mine.
that was class.
Although I do think Bob did, or Rob, or Mr. Woodhouse killed a bit the door. A bit too much, but
he did.
It's fair play. It's fair play.
Yeah, there's a bit of both in there, I think. But you're right.
Need to be racing as well, you know. If there's contact, there's contact.
But in his
he straightened him up.
He straightened him up, and you saw Tyler hit him. Although whatever happened, I haven't really watched it, but you instantly saw Tyler hitting the brakes because I think that Tyler felt like it was on him, or at least he didn't want to get past on the contact. So kudos for sportsmanship there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Simon Trendle's got jealous of the footage being shown behind, so he's caught up with Vincent properly now.
Well, for once, he can be on screen. So.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. Who's this new guy?
Trying to drive a different line, getting every small millisecond there.
Yeah. He does that well, though, doesn't he? Sorry, go on.
One thing I love about the Chimera livery is the number of the... I think it's marked.
Over the what? The Chimera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number of the roof. I like the positioning, the thing. It's meant. Nothing to do with the battle on track, but hey.
Well, we've got one massive battle behind the lead battle. It's hard to know which one to stare at first. They're not going to do anything right now, and Simon isn't managing to do anything with Vincent just yet.
You could try to use the moon camera.
The what?
The moon camera.
What, this one?
Moon!
No, it's too zoomed in. Yeah. Ah, no, it's not that much on your screen. It is pretty much on mine, though.
Right.
That's weird. Okay. Yeah, it's...
Who is doing what first? This is Jamie.
So minus from the stun.
So that is good for Tyler, because these two battling give Tyler a breather from the battle behind.
Yep.
Now he can focus again on Rob.
Yeah, and Jamie Wilson was a bit sideways going around that last corner, but it did him well. He got lots and lots of pace. Just couldn't do anything with it, because there was an NQR car there. Good God. We got that going on, and we got this going on. I don't know where to look next.
Okay, let me post how my blimp cam is.
And there is Jamie round the outside. He's trying. He's not going to work. He's cut back, though. Oh, nice. He's sold him a puppy. Bram couldn't control that one and fell for the Wilson charm.
That was an awesome move by Jamie.
It was.
Oh, yeah, so you've got the moon cam. Nice.
What have you posted?
On the V8 chat.
Oh, on the V8 chat, right.
Yeah, even though it's a new fight scenery, it's still rubbish as hell.
Yeah, close to the track, they updated this, all the sceneries and all the grass, and I think that is a big improvement. But to be honest, I just want the racing to be good, and I don't really care about the fact that the graphics are. Wow, we are watching an overtake.
I do agree.
Oh, Vincent's gonna hang him out.
Oh, that's really deep of Vincent, and he feels like he's playing the Park the Apex game, but Simon is not going to go there.
Oh, God.
There was a small net code there.
Was there?
Yeah, there was.
I didn't see that. I see this though. Honestly, these Chimera cars, I don't know what they've been doing with the setups, but they are so fast.
Oh yeah. Oh gee. Okay. Well, there was almost 3 cars width of a solid netcode.
Right.
Solid air. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was
solid air.
slight. Yeah, it was slight, but they definitely had some touch there.
Okay.
And one of the guys we have really we haven't mentioned him much. We mentioned him in the beginning.
Go on.
We mentioned Greg Carr.
Yeah.
We mentioned his passed away grandfather. But we haven't seen him during the race. But he's just driving out there. He's doing his thing. I haven't seen him make any mistakes.
Oh, Jamie got into the back of Tyler. Sorry.
He hasn't made any mistakes. That's why we haven't seen him. He's just driving around doing his thing. Although he's a little bit wide on the corner, I'm just watching.
Yeah.
But yes, I mean, shout out to people we don't really see on the broadcast. Tony is another one of those drivers. We haven't really seen him. We saw him in the first race, but not in the second. We know you're out there. We feel you. But the battle we are watching the whole time is immense.
No, well said.
Like wobbly seat though.
Yeah.
That is definitely immense. But that's just because I'm really, really good.
For information, Bram de Bois has binned the car. He's managed to gather it back together, but he's 9 seconds off the group behind these two. Simon's going too far into the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is a desperate move from Simon. I feel like Vincent is doing a really good job on frustrating him to getting him past. Are we gonna watch the replay from Bram or?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
I can see Vincent in his helmet right now, just laughing at Simon. And saying, too far.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
He is
Never happened to me
overshot.
practice.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't take the Victor Tanaka line, which was to go around the little escape road thing. He rejoined a lot earlier.
Yeah, you don't have a slowdown like that.
Oh, very good point. Yeah, nice.
Good question, Nikolai, and we don't know. I tried to check, but my iRacing is doing weird things, so I can't see how much penalties or how much incident points anybody has at the moment. So maybe Pete has some on SDK.
Nope. No.
I don't have them because I'm not an admin on this league anymore, apparently. So I can't tell.
You're not an admin where?
On V8.
Oh, right.
But I'm admin and I can't see him as well, so I still can't see him.
Right, so Jamie sets off after Tyler.
Somehow this track, the layout, the way it drives, and the scenery reminds me of Catalonia.
It's very similar, and it's not that far away geographically either.
It's the same freaking country.
It is. It's the same county, actually.
It's the same country, but it doesn't matter. I mean, you all seen that.
Tyler was sideways.
Man, I come from Belgium. You're from the Netherlands.
We have roads that at least don't have any gaps in them.
I was about to say, from the further away in our country, the thing still almost looks the same.
Yeah.
Although from south of Belgium, it's quite different from the sea.
What an overtake.
Yeah, that's a pretty good move.
Yeah, Jamie Wilson.
Tyler's going at it back. Yeah,
he's trying.
No.
He's got no rear grip, though.
Yeah, that wheel spin just killed him.
Yep.
There was a slight moment when Simon thought about making a move on the first corner, but Vincent is doing an amazing job holding him off. Simon had to back off mid-apex because he has so much more grip than Vincent, which basically says it all on how good Vincent is defending.
Well, it's the time to go for it, because there's just about 7 minutes left to go.
Only 7 minutes. It's flown by. It's been very action-packed for not having a massive field, but we've had this a few times recently. Sometimes the smaller fields, you get better racing.
Oh, this might be the momentum he needs, but there's a right-hander coming up, going downhill, and now they're going back left down the hill, and if Simon's managed to get a good exit, he might have some And
Nope.
somehow, in some world, with no tires left, Vincent is still out there.
Yeah, he's bossing it.
And with all his panels.
Yeah, he smartly put the car on the racing line, slow it down so Simon had nowhere to go. Stay behind. That's smart. Easy.
Simon seems to be off the gas.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
So sometimes it's better, like you're so close, and you have so much more grip because of the boxing a little bit later.
Yeah.
You back off a little bit to regain and refine your own brake markers to be faster. Otherwise, you just somehow unconsciously copying the driver in front of you.
I think if Jamie Wilson can overtake Bob and get himself another podium tonight, he's going to get my vote for driver of the meeting, definitely.
No, that's got to be Vincent.
Well, maybe if Vincent wins.
This is close though. This is Simon going for the outside longer line. Vincent holding her close, hoping to hug it in on the left.
Nice.
And now Simon still has momentum, trying to come back, trying to get the undercut, but a little slide in the middle of the apex, which causes him to go wide and just lose out. And now Vincent is on the slideways. New word. He's on the slideways.
You know they're not Dutch. You don't have to cry like scream sorry like it's Verstappen racing.
I don't like Verstappen. Yeah.
Nice. Cool. I don't like him either. I'm not gonna make friends, but I don't care.
He's a really good, talented, and if I can see,
he's good. There's no denying that. But
yes,
he's just
his personality is not the one I am attracted to.
No, me neither.
And the mustache doesn't help either.
No. It looks like somebody else's mustache.
Vincent had a wiggle.
He did, and it's going to make him a victim here, maybe? No.
Oh, he's late on the brake, though.
Yeah, but he's controlled it. That's nice.
A bit wide on the exit, but he's covering the apex, so that's good for him.
I really like Fernando Alonso. I mean, that's just
the
guy is. Oh, that was super close to getting a touch and turning Vincent from Simon.
Well, they're going to have to sort it out quickly. There's less than 4 minutes to go. Sorry, less than 5, I should say.
Yeah, that's going to be two laps. I think, yeah. Oh, that's close.
While you do the broadcast, I'll keep an eye on Vincent and
as
Simon.
Jamie is trying to get... He's going to have to go the long way round at the hairpin. He's not going to do this unless he does a mega cutback, which he's done before. He's going to get a long... No, he's not. He's just going to have to do it on the drag across the start-finish. Oh, he hit that thing and it's wrecked his car. Jesus, did you see that?
Yeah.
Look at what it's done to his car. Holy hell.
Damage.
Oh my god.
Don't drive over the thing then.
Yeah, definitely. Didn't know it was a landmine.
I wonder if he's got steering damage or something or not.
It looks like just visual damage.
Yeah, it just it looks okay, but yeah.
Right then. So, mounting a challenge. Ooh, Vincent. Keeping it.
And this is I think he got it. My heart just sank a little bit because I was rooting for Vincent, I'll be honest.
Yeah, you can see the difference in the tires.
Yeah, I was completely impartial. Not.
Oh, I didn't say I was impartial.
He's still going for him, though.
Yeah, this is the bit where Vincent is a little bit stronger on track than Simon. But overall pace is definitely leaning towards Simon.
Oh, that's a lot of curb.
It's too much curb. That's what we call that.
Look at the state of that car after that hit. Jesus.
By the way, Pete, did you see my comment in the consultant chat?
No.
Okay, just check that for a second.
So he said wobbly is a cunt. Oh no. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
You can't curse on stream, Sam. Thank you.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. Well, I'm not their fan, so I'm not gonna. Sorry for Logan. if
White
he's
flag.
listening.
Bonnie is
I
waving the
spoke
white flag.
bad words.
Yes,
I
he
forgot
is.
about that. Sorry.
Oh, Sam. I never forget about that. I always am super clean in my language.
Now.
I can't even make jokes.
No, definitely not your jokes.
Oh no.
So Vincent doing his best to try and get back on terms with Simon, but that's not going to happen. Slowly pulling
But
away
this
now.
is close.
This is, yeah, definitely.
Can we jump on board with Jamie maybe? Catch the end of the line.
Oh, that is a really good line from Jamie, and he's now all over the back, and trying to get a move on the outside dump. But we see the same defensive move Vincent played out, going back, and now he needs to go back to the right, but he's on the proper line. Is he gonna hold that? Because now it's coming up to a right, and then going back to a left-hander. The side by side, slightly, almost touching. No net code involved yet. Going downhill, and it was a slight lock-up from Rob Woodhouse. And still they're going for it.
Oh,
Last lap.
I don't know where the other two are. It's coming towards the end of the race now.
The other two are done.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Keep watching this.
Yeah.
Keep watching this for now.
Simon's won, I think.
He's not at the end yet.
No,
They're
not
coming
quite.
up to the.
Oh, he's
gonna do it.
Oh, Bob!
Oh no, Bob!
Get it back together. Whoa.
Oh, good save.
Yeah.
Oh, that is sad.
Tyler must have damage because he's 11 seconds behind.
I know,
it's
it's
just-
strange.
The talent is like running out.
Yeah. It fell off the wobbly jar. Anyway.
Yeah, the talentometer is gone. What?
That was a nice battle.
It was.
And Pete, I have to say, excellent camera work.
Thank you very
Changed
much.
At the right time, I would have done the same. So, yeah.
Cool.
You learned well from your faster, and Simon is
Yep, another victory.
now victory man.
I think that Vincent is still second place. As it looks like, he's really pleased with that result. Jamie coming in third, which is also a really good result. And yeah, Tyler should be ashamed that he's coming in fifth. But first, Bob Woodhouse, fourth position. Really nice and well done. Behind Tyler, we see Brandon Moore.
Yeah, he caught up with him very quickly at the end there. I'm not sure what's going on with Tyler. Maybe short fueled it.
Yeah, I was about to say that short fueling. I'm pretty sure there's something like that. Oh, sorry. Or he just took too much curb somewhere and broke something. I don't know, but yeah.
That's the side of Greg Carr's car. That looks damaged. We missed that.
Where?
Yeah, I don't know, but the side of the right side of Greg Carr's
Oh, right.
car. Jesus.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah. And Tony coming in 8th. Ivan a solid 9th position, although and Victor Tanaka, who didn't start the second race, and we assume had some technical issues. Still a good result for someone who didn't really practice the track, and still. Tyler had damage. He hit one of the domes, one of the sleeping policemen. That's why he
right.
fell off the wagon.
As Vincent goes sideways around one of the corners, celebrating his second position. Very good racing from Vincent on that second one. Jamie, you can see the damage that sleeping policeman did to him. It was absolutely knackered the front left of his car. Look at the state of that. Lessons for everybody else. Keep away from those bumpy things.
And to comment, I'd like to quote Tyler one more time. He's basically, his reaction in chat is, for the last 5 laps, my tires were repelling the track.
Really? It's just floating around, skidding across everything.
Well, Tyler, I can tell you one thing. We are all repelling you, not just the tires. For good measure.
One from Pete. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, one from Pete. So because basically I said the thing because I have to leave a little bit early.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Wait, so can I get my vote for driver of the meeting?
Of course.
Because I forgot that last week.
Sorry, I'll apply it now as well. Just let me get to the right screen. So you talk about it, and I'll try and find the right screen.
Yeah, I was debating between either Jamie, Rob, and yeah, well, obviously Simon and Vincent. But the way Vincent defended let it be that he made one mistake which cost him the win. I think that he completely deserves driver of the week.
Okay. That point has been applied. Well done.
Okay, now
You
I
can
gotta do
now
things.
disappear. Yep, absolutely. So thanks to Wobbly for joining us in the booth for this final race week. Very much welcome in the booth. Right, where is my stream? Right, and then where is Discord? And then where is the start of the race? Here it is. I'm going to empty that out. We're going to do a bit of this and this. And then we're going to show a bit of this. There we go. Pop it onto Simon, who's somewhere at the back of this because it's the start of this. Second race. And we shall see who's in the chat. At the moment, lots of people are in the chat, but not our double race winner, Simon Trendle. So we shall go with whoever's next in line, which is... Tyler's muted, so nobody's helping me here, Sam. This is getting annoying. Let's bring in Greg Carr. So, probably a surprise to Greg. Welcome to the booth, Greg Carr. So much of a surprise, he's not even at his seat. So we're going to evict him back to the interview room and find another person instead. So let's go with Bob Woodhouse, shall we? So good evening to Bob Woodhouse. Hopefully you're there.
Oh yes, I'm here. Yeah,
Hey.
it's just Anna Tyler. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Got you in mid-sentence then, probably. Right. So, well, we'll talk about the second race in a minute because that was intense. Let's see what happened in the first race for you. Same. 2 fourth places this evening. The first one was battling with the same guy, Jamie Wilson. A bit of Greg Carr in there, a bit of Bram in there along the way. Lots of Vincent Skillbeck. Loads and loads of Victor Tanaka. That was an intense sprint race.
Yeah, definitely was. Yeah, quite happy with the result. It'd have been nice. I felt I possibly was a bit stronger towards the end of the race, but you know it's so difficult with worn tyres around here. It's really, really hard.
Yeah, and in the second race, you pitted probably one of the earliest cars to pit.
Yes.
There was 3 of you all bailed in at the same time. You were together with Tyler.
Yeah, because I just got in front of Tyler, and I thought, right, let's hold my position. Pit that was as soon as my window opened for a 30-lap race.
Okay.
And so I wasn't too sure how long it was going to go. So just went in the pits, filled right up, and went for it. And I mean, Jamie then went long, like really long, and he was coming like a train at the end. I was doing my damnedest to hold him off, but it was just too much.
The tyres are everything in this car at the minute, aren't they? You get good tyres underneath you, lots and lots of corner exit grip, and you can do a lot with it. Do you regret pitting early, or do you still think that was the most optimal choice for you in that second race?
I think if I didn't pit then, I would have been behind Tyler, and both of us on fresh rubber. I'd have been waiting for a mistake to be able to get him, because in the first half of the race, obviously at the start, coming out of the bus stop, Jamie got into the back of me and basically put us both to the back. He went, he hurt himself more than he hurt me, but I was like looking at lining up the car in front. Next thing I know, I'm at the back of the grid. So that really hampered the race more than I think my pit stop, because we had to come right from the back, and that just overworked the tyres.
Just let me tell Ivan not to stop racing.
I mean Yeah, yeah, definitely not. Don't give it up, Ivan. I
Yeah.
mean, this track is, if you're not, right on the limit of taking advantage where you can, it's so easy to lose 1, 2 seconds, and you don't think you're doing anything wrong. There's just some little trick, little bits that you can cut and, get on the gas a bit earlier. And you think these guys are going really quick, but they're just, just on that limit.
Yeah, all of you were on the limit, including Ivan. But yeah, the difference between fast and not fast is finding that very fine knife edge to race along when you're in the V8, and not venture too far beyond it. Your tyres gave up such a critical point in that second race. Just one little wheel spin, and that was it. Jamie was through. That's the fine knife edge that you're describing, really, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly that. It was like, I think at the end of sector 1 on the last lap, I'd ran a little bit wide, and then Jamie was on me, and every corner we were going into, he was like switchbacking on me, and yeah, just hats off to him. He got some really good car placement, side by side through the reverse corkscrew, and then through Marquez corner, and then into the bus stop, and yeah, he just was able to get his car in the braking into that bus stop just in the right spot. And there's nothing I could do. And then as I was trying to go through the bus stop, I just lost the rear. I didn't feel like I'd done anything wrong, but the car just went on me. And it's all I could do to keep it out of the wall.
Yeah, but you did a fantastic job of recovering that near-death experience. We all said it at the same time in the chat. It's great seeing your evolution as a driver. You've come on leaps and bounds in the last few seasons, and now you're knocking on the door of a podium each race, or the ones where you don't get like wiped out by somebody else. So 2 fourth places. You kind of got to be happy with that. We're just watching you getting turned by Jamie on, I think it was like lap 2 or something.
Yeah.
But again, good sportsmanship and good avoiding tactics by everybody else around you.
Yes,
And look at Ivan here; he threads the needle absolutely, and he does it again in about 3 corners time, believe it or not. With another incident that happened. In fact, I think it's the very next corner. But yeah, we saw some fantastic racing today. It proves that V8s in this series, at least, even with a small grid, it's edge of your seat stuff. Hopefully you'll be back for season 16. No, it'll be 15 when we're in this one. So I don't know when that's planning to launch. It'll be in the new year because we have the winter series down. I don't know when Clyde's planning it for. Clyde organises this one. I do the TCRs. But yeah, it's going to be great to see the NQR boys back for another season. Better see Ivan back for another season. Otherwise, back of hand is going to go to Ivan's bot land. Because he is a rising talent, we'll call it. But yes, any shout outs you want to make before we let you go and celebrate what is a great season? Where did the NQR Europe team finish this season? Let me go and find that, because that's a useful piece of information. Because you were second. Oh Christ, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Why do I do this to myself? Honestly, in fact, why am I doing that when I could just do this? So you were in second place. BSTV Esports Green finished behind you. Most of you, actually. Tyler finished in 5th. So I think the overall points haul will mean that you secure and maintain that second position that we're seeing on the screen at the moment. So that is a successful time. And as we see both yourself and Ivan threading the needle on the broadcast, and you've beaten NQR North America, which is the biggest scalp, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I think we did winning numbers on that one. I think Tony was on his own for quite a few races.
Yeah, he was.
But, and the same with Tyler. With 3 of us in our team turning up every week. And 2 of us taking points for the team. If you really want to compete for the the podium in the team's championship, you really need to have at least 2 people turning up each time.
Yeah,
but Yeah. But more importantly, I'm very happy with third overall in the season. I started off and got a podium in the second race at the first round, and then backed that up with a double podium at Barcelona. So yeah, I mean that got me off to a good start, and then I think I've got more podiums this season than I ever thought I would.
Honestly, the transition from the Bob that we knew to the Bob that we've got is fundamental, head and shoulders improvement. And third overall in the standings. There is a scrap behind you, which will only be resolved once I upload the point scores to the website.
Yeah.
So who knows who's going to end up
Very
fourth, fifth,
tight.
sixth, and seventh? It is really tight. Just a bit bonkers, to be honest. But yeah, anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and celebrate all those things?
Yes, yeah. I mean, shout out to all of the team, and we're running the gold accents on the paint for the last two races in remembrance of Greg's grandfather, and trying to do him proud. You guys in the booth putting on an awesome season, and and everyone that's turning up each time. It's been a really good season. It's a shame that it tailed off somewhat throughout the season. But let's hope we can come back strong next season.
Yeah, I'm sure it will do. It always ends up a bit like this. There's some people that once they realise they can't win a league, they don't participate anymore. Some just can't separate enough time out of their private lives to make it work for them for a full season. And we always respect that. This particular season is always the toughest one in terms of numbers that we ever run, because you leave the summer months where people want to sun themselves outside in their gardens at the times that we race, and don't want to commit to the practice that's required particularly for a car that's as complicated to drive as this one. But yes, this one's always a toughie. Next season I expect probably very high participation, but we'll see. But great seeing you race, great seeing the NQR Europe boys doing such a great job. And again, seeing the in loving memory of Albert Carr on the side of your cars, in remembrance of Greg's granddad, is a very touching thing to have on there. So great racing again. We look forward to seeing you for season 15, Bob Woodhouse.
Thank you, guys. All the best. Take care. Bye-bye.
Really nice guy. I'm just going to read a message from someone else. All right, yeah, something else. That's fine. Right, go back to where I was. Where was I? That was there. That's right. So next we shall see who else is in our booth at the moment. Let's go with this man. And why am I bringing this man in? And this is Simon Trendle. He is our retained his championship champion status. Simon Trendle, welcome to the booth.
Good evening.
How
was the racing?
The racing was absolutely bonkers. In race one, I offer no apologies for the lack of cameras that you got, because you were away at the races and disappeared off into the blue yonder. Second race, I think you need to pay your Team Chimera sponsors a lot more money between you and Jamie, because you were almost not off the cameras at all. That was fantastic racing, and you have cemented in those two performances the reason that you are champion of V8ESC, Simability sponsored V8ESC, I should point out, for the second season in succession. So congratulations.
It's third, isn't it?
Is it the third in succession?
Yeah, third, I'm pretty sure.
Wow, okay. That shows what I
What
know
a number
about
man.
You are not a numbers man.
What a number man.
Yeah. Good grief. So yeah, hat trick of victories. Who is going to be able to take this away from you? I have no idea. There's obviously various people trying. Johnny Brandon was one of them, and wasn't able to manage it due to whatever reasons. But you are superior in this car. You're absolutely dominating this series. Is there anything you can put it down to specifically?
No, because I'm definitely not dominating. If the right people turn up, other people have had some bad luck. Johnny would have pushed me all the way, to be honest, if he actually felt like turning up today. I know why he's not turned up, and I appreciate why, but He thinks we're mad. He thinks we all think he's mad. But it's just because I work in IT and he's got a problem, and the first step to solving problems is reproducing it. So yeah, and none of us can replicate it or have ever had the issue. So it's a case of something's going on. But yeah. Otherwise, other people just seem to get in mistakes, and I don't know why I can qualify this car because normally my qualifying sucks. So I'm getting on pole, and then I'm able to limit the number of cars I'm battling, and then at least in the feature races, I'm quite happy to sit and fuel save or do something different. So I don't know. I am comfortable in this car though. I've done enough laps now that it's second nature to me. So I guess that also helps.
It does, and it's very evident. And honestly, it's amazing seeing you scythe your way through fields. It's reminiscent of Spencer McCarthy in the TCRs, or Sam Blees, or Miguel Freitas. They're all absolutely fantastic at making their way very quickly through fields, particularly in reverse grid situations, very safely, very calm, very calculated, no rushing, no spontaneous dives for corners. It's all done very methodically, and you demonstrated that absolutely again this evening. And well, you've absolutely mopped up this season. So V8 standings, you are champion by a country mile now. Over Johnny Brandon. Team standings, Team Chimera have romped away with that one, 600 points in the lead. Driver of the meeting, probably going to be somebody else, to be fair. So there's one.
My aim this season was to get 0 driver of the meetings.
Well,
there you
I think you can manage it, which is another tick in the box. The Logan Jackson Safe Driver Award. You will be winning that unless you tell me now that you had a gazillion off tracks.
I had more than I normally do, but not too many. It's a difficult track for that, to be honest.
Yes, yeah. It was already notorious to me before I even bought it this afternoon because so many people had said so on the chats. And then in terms of the Fred Bingham Forever Forward Award, you are absolutely top of the pile there. And given the fact that you passed so many cars in the second race of that one, more than anybody else, I would suggest that you are top of that as well.
In my defence, most of them spun out on that one.
Freebies.
I went from 10th to 4th and I didn't actually overtake a single car.
Oh, well, you got to take these things when they present themselves, haven't you? So you have completely wiped the floor with a lot of cars this season, a lot of drivers. There's a lot of people who can learn an enormous amount from you, probably just by following you around on track. The only problem is they can't keep up. So, any messages for all of your A, fans, and B, viewers that are on the screens right now watching this YouTube broadcast for our freshly re-championed Simon Trendle?
I don't have any fans. Not today anyway, it's too warm, or too cold. It's been quite nice having heat in the house without having the heating on. No, just a thank you to everyone who obviously races. A big thank you. I know he wasn't here today, but a big thank you to Johnny because the rounds where he was here were brilliant. I love racing against him. It's intense as hell, and it's a pain in the backside being behind him. It's like being behind Tyler. Once you're there, you can't get past him. And shout out to Vincent, who did actually put quite a good defence up. I wasn't pushing it. I wasn't, because obviously I had the tyres. I was a lot newer, but he did. He'd put up a fight about it, which I wasn't actually expecting. I thought he might just let me put it, and he did tap his brakes going into the hairpin a couple of times. And I thought maybe he's letting me by, and that's when I locked the brakes because I was just waiting for him to brake, and then I braked just after it. But I braked a bit too late and locked up.
Right. Okay.
And I was quite surprised how far forward my brake bias was. I didn't realise it was that bad.
Yeah, I mean, you're right about Vincent's defence today in that second race. That was brilliant. He was Sam Boozen said it best. He was keeping his car on the racing line regardless of how he was entering the corner, and that was just a massive block to you. It was really good to watch. Actually, it was good to see how you coped with it as well, which, as always, was very professionally. Sam, if you're still on the chat, any notes for Simon? I know you've not watched too many of the races this season, but this is our freshly crowned champion.
No, just congrats, Simons. Just slow down so the other can learn a bit from you. But that's it.
Yeah.
No, it was a really good race to really enjoy the battle with Vincent. It was nice.
Yeah, it was good fun. I wanted to do something different and run long, and I took Jamie with me because I thought it'd help him, and it seemed to work out for him. So mostly anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll let you go and celebrate with some simulated champagne, or maybe it's real, who knows. And start your practice for season 15, whenever that starts in the new year. It's been honestly an honour to watch you race yet again and win for the third time, because you happily corrected me about that. I get everything wrong, so I'm not really that embarrassed. Simon Trendle, everybody.
Yep. See you guys. Cheers.
And a spontaneous round of applause there. Thank you, Sam. Right, next in, we shall bring... who finished second in the first race? Was that Tyler? Yes, it was, so we'll do that. Yeah, let's get Tyler into the booth. Where is he? Where's the live booth?
Probably talking right now.
Well, possibly, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, second place in the first race, which is a great result, and fifth in the second, after tyres and such had abandoned him completely. Tyler Newt, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. So, first race, that was a good thrashing you gave that car. Full of drama, full of overtakes. I don't remember how many positions it was that you swapped with. Fighting with Bob Woodhouse, fighting with Jamie, fighting with... Well, there's a bit of Victor going on until there wasn't. And some Vincent as well, of course. Talk us through race one.
Yeah, it was... I qualified far higher than I deserved, so I was mostly just playing defense. I did not have second place pace. I guess everyone else had issues in qualifying, but I was just, hanging on for dear life for the most part. Just kind of, it was a set that I threw together from one of Tony's actually.
Oh, right, okay.
Just before the race. I mean, I just started practicing like an hour before practice started. So, I was shocked with qualifying, but I think maybe because I wasn't worried about being near the front because I didn't think I was going to be. I don't know, took it a little easier, and that that's how that ended up. But yeah, it was mostly just just defending was all it was.
Well, it was thrilling to watch, to be honest. You've proven again that your capability in this car is significant. In race two, talk us through what happened in race two, because you pitted very early on, followed Bob into the pits just after he overtook you, and then had a proper ding-dong battle with quite a few cars, and then fell backwards at one point. Did you hit one of those nasty little bump things? Because they were destroying cars.
Yeah, I don't ultimately know if that was what did me in. In the last 5 laps, pretty much, I said in the room my tires were basically actively repelling the track at the rear instead of keeping the car on it.
Uh-huh.
So it was, all I could do just to kind of keep it pointed in the right direction. And there's definitely a possibility that because I did hit the little domes that, after I hit them, I did the damage check, and it's like, you have damage in various places. And I'm like, oh, great. So it definitely didn't help, but I think I just killed the tires. I mean, when I pit in, I hit them in both the first and the second stint.
Mm-hmm.
But when I pit in, a third of the way through the race, I had 66% left on the right rear.
Oh, right. Okay.
and I'm pretty sure I didn't look after the race, but I got the call you get when there's 20% left with about 2 laps to go.
Oh my god!
So,
20%.
Yeah.
Well, were you racing on sandpaper?
Apparently, yeah. Nobody else was, but it was an awesome battle with Rob and Jamie up until then. I was pushing 100% just to keep up with Rob. He was excellent today. So yeah, that was pretty much that.
Yeah, awesome. And in terms of the standings, you didn't have the opportunity to race every race, but you still finished in, I think it's going to be 10th place, because I can't see anybody challenging you for that. So top 10, even with partial participation, is very impressive. Team standings, you were pretty much lone gun in it and still managed to finish third. So that is very, very impressive.
Well, that's not entirely fair because
I know Rob
I
was
had
around for
Adam for most of the season and Rob for pretty much all the season. So
yeah, but
I think
we can't say nice things about Adam because now he's racing in something called and I'm doing the bunny ears thing, real world. So he's lost to us. He's dead to us now.
No, we can't. But we can say nice things about Rob, who missed today
absolutely.
because of work. So
right, okay. But BSTV Sports Green third in the championship. I don't think anybody's going to challenge you for that because XVR, have no representation this week. In terms of driver of the meeting, you are in 6th. You've got 1 vote so far in the season. Who knows what will happen tonight? Safe Driver Award.
I know I'm not getting Sam's vote. So.
You used to smash Safe Driver Award, but that pesky Simon Trendle and Bob Woodhouse. They're up there
I think I picked the worst tracks for off tracks to race this year and skipped the good ones. So, and also had some run-ins. So, I think I wasn't really paying attention to the championship after I missed 3 or 4 rounds. But
yeah.
And have a really good run at Bathurst. Obviously wasn't part of the league, but the league kind of prepares you for the special events. So,
of course.
Yeah, that's what that season was about. Unfortunately, I don't see a chance for me to make every race of a season at any point in the near future, but you never know. So.
Well, we hope that the ones that you can make, you do join us, because it's always fantastic watching you race. Anybody you want to have a shout out to before we let you go and celebrate all the plaudits that I've just mentioned? And you can throw some insults Adam's way if you want to. I know I'm gonna.
No, thanks to you guys for the broadcasts all season and to the whole team. Even though it was just me today, I think most of the team did a race at some point. So thanks to everybody for showing up.
Awesome stuff. In that case, we will look forward to seeing you for whatever races you can actually do in season 15, whenever that launches in the new year. And great performance this season. Tyler Newt, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Right then, who shall we get in next? Who was second in that race? Oh, of course, yes. Vincent's muted at the minute, so we'll skip him for now. And we'll move on to Jamie Wilson. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. Just let me find you on the track so that people know who I'm talking to. There we go. Between the 3 of us, and Sam will corroborate this, we renamed you Max Wilson, and Simon we named Simon Verstappen. I didn't say this in his interview. We thought that Simon was driving your car for a lot of that race. Can you back that up, please? Because that can't have been you. You were absolutely fighty, racy, overtaking people for fun, picking them up and throwing them over your shoulder. You just seem to tweak with this track, absolutely.
Yeah, God knows how. I'm as lost as anyone else is as to that, really.
Your car looked absolutely nailed to the floor, and for most of it, yes, there was certain sliding sideways moments. But you gathered them up pretty easily, and
that's for style points.
Extra style points, yes, we know that's the thing. Honestly, I don't know what you've been eating, but can you save me a bowl of it, because that was brilliant.
Yeah, it's just one of these tracks, a bit like Oschersleben, I suppose, or Jerez, that I just really like. So, and this is the first race I've ever done around it. I've done loads of. When it came out last season, I did a bunch of test sessions and stuff around it, so I knew the track relatively well. But I haven't driven it pretty much since then until now. And no practice, feeling a bit crap today, so something must have lifted me up. I don't know, maybe it's the adrenaline of BSTV. I don't know.
I can only take that as a compliment. In the second race, similar sort of intensity of racing. You had loads of friends to race with. You were catching up with people so fast. But you redesigned your car on one of those little bump things. On the
I hit
inside.
a tic-tac.
A tic-tac, that's class. Honestly, I think it had dynamite underneath it. It absolutely demolished the front left of your car visually.
Yeah, imagine how dangerous it would be if it said tree bore on it.
Yeah. Oh dear, that was just mental.
It didn't feel that bad actually. I got the your front of your car's knackered sort of spotter message, but the car felt fine. I was looking at the like the water and oil temps, thinking if I lost coolant, it's going to blow up. So time is of the essence. Quick, get past Rob before it does. But yeah, no, that was just a bit unfortunate. Just unsighted with the tic tac curb there. So, but yeah, no harm done. I think.
Definitely not. 2 third place podium finishes. Is this your new favourite track?
It's up there, to be honest. Yeah. Oschersleben is still higher up, I think. I just don't know why that is. I just always go well around there. And yeah, Jerez is up there. This is in that category, I think, for me.
Spanish tracks all around, eh? Sam, if you're still there, any points or compliments for Jamie on his driving this evening? Because that was just brilliant.
One question, Jamie. Don't you think not having a TCR race this week improved your racing in V8s?
That's a good question. I don't think it made that much difference because I haven't done any practice for this or anything instead of it or anything like that. This is the first time I've booted the sim up since the build came out, to be honest. Exertion in said DIY today, so I'm pretty crippled at this point. So yeah, no, I don't know if that had a factor. If that was the case, then I'd do really well all of the TCR races where they weren't preceded by a V8 race, and that isn't true either. So
yeah,
I like the attempt at logic. It doesn't quite work.
Oh, fair enough.
No, it was a good effort. But yeah, where did you... Right, let's talk about standings. So let's have a quick run through where you ended up the season. I think you... there's a chance you could end up snatching 5th away from Vincent once I've uploaded the results. I suppose there's a chance that with Ant Woodward finishing so low down in both races, actually, you may have even snatched 4th away. 3rd and up over is a bit beyond your reach at this point.
Yeah, Simon mentioned that in the practice session or qualifying that I might have been in a fight with Ant in the standings.
Oh yeah.
That said, I did get a bunch of incidents, so that might skew it. So.
Right. Well,
we saw Ant going off track and around, so I think you've got a few as well.
Yeah, we did see.
I was up to like 11 or something on both. So
on one lap, Ant Woodward was doing a completely different layout of the track. It was very reminiscent of me at VIR, pitting in the wrong wrong pit lane. But yeah, he was well off track and followed all the directions, and all the the marshals at the side were going the other way. So yeah, I think you may have wrestled 4th place away from Ant Woodward and possibly Vincent as well. But we'll see once I've uploaded the points. It's been a fantastic season for you. In terms of team standings, Team Chimera have absolutely smashed the rest of the field to obliteration. So congratulations on that one. However, the meeting is still up for you to win. I think you've got 1 vote at the minute. Who knows what will happen tonight? Safe Driver Award, Logan's Safe Driver Award. Simon's legged it with that one. That's long history for everybody else, I think. Unless Bob Woodhouse can snatch it from his Chloros. And then in terms of the Forever Forward Award, you were 4th. You possibly will get to maybe 2nd after tonight. Who knows?
Blimey.
That could happen, but we'll see once I've uploaded the points, like I say. Any call-outs, any mentions, any messages for all of your thousands of fans?
well, thousands of fans. A, who are you? And no, B, no, just shout out to all of the regulars that are still turning up and making this obviously a very engaging use of one's time, even in the just zombified state that I am right now. But yeah, no, shout out to the likes of Bram is an excellent example of a modern day sort of Bogatai Rev in terms of improvement season on season.
Yeah, well said.
And he's not the only one in that category. Yeah, shout out to everyone that I was racing tonight and throughout the whole season. There was a lot of side-by-side good stuff with the likes of Bob Woodhouse and Tyler and that kind of thing through this race, and that obviously goes back all the way to the start of the season with a lot of people. So it's only because we trust each other to that extent that we can make that sort of thing happen, and those are the really rewarding parts of it. Even if you lose out on a battle, I lost out to Tyler in race 1, but it was bloody good fun losing. So yeah, and long may it continue. Yeah, just make sure you put this track on the season about 4 times. And, yeah, it'll be good. This, Hereth, Oschersleben, just do that on a repeat. That'll
do. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, and thanks to you, because your investment in time and effort and digital support for BSTV is phenomenal. And
no worries.
Yeah, TCR.
I've got to break these graphics next.
Yeah, you're welcome to. I'm sure Sam will be absolutely happy with that, especially after what you've done with the TCR one. That looks amazing. But yeah, as a non-BSTV, I was going to say employee, but none of us are employed. If employment would stipulate that we actually got paid, which we don't. But yeah, amazing what you do for our leagues, and all these decals that you see on the cars, they're all Jamie's. For those people watching, he's very much a community-driven man for BSTV, and we love you. And we look forward to seeing you for season 15 of V8ESC, Simability sponsored V8ESC, when that launches in the new year. Fantastic season. Jamie Wilson, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Right, who shall we bring in next? Let's try and get Greg Carr back in, shall we? Good evening, Greg Carr, if you're with us.
Hello.
Hello. You weren't there before when we were trying to get a response from you. Let me find you on track. There you are, so people know who I'm talking to. Okay, let's talk about your race positions first, and then we'll get on to a different topic. So 5th in the first race, right in the thick of things, showing great pace, great car control, dueling with mostly your own teammates or NQR Europe cars. And the occasional Jamie Wilson was around you at some points there as well. And then in the second race, you pitted just after the very start of the pit stop window opening. And there was a few people who stood out tonight. And you kind of stayed in the... How did Wobbly word it, Sam? Because he called you out as being someone who'd had a very stable and consistent race, but just not on the screen as much as some of the other cars. Tell us about your race and how you viewed it, because this is a new track to most people, and how many challenges did it give you?
Yeah, it was my first time turning laps this week here, and didn't know what to expect, but the more laps I turned, the more I started to like the track, and I put in a lot of practice, and I think I got my setup working well in the hotter temp. So my goal was, just consistent lap times, and not try to abuse the tires. But race 1, I was taking it very easy off the start, and I went for my normal line into that, I don't know what you call it, but the downhill corkscrew, and ran into Bram, and so that set me back. And then race 2, pretty much the same thing. I was just going super conservative, and then went into the tight hairpin at the end of the lap, and I hit my normal braking zone, but I didn't account for coming in super shallow. So I T-boned Tony and kind of ruined Tony and Bram's race again. So, but then after that, it was, yeah, just turn consistent laps and try to catch back up. But yeah, overall, it was fun to race the stop clock.
Yeah, and sometimes that's what you end up doing, but that's challenging in itself because it's you versus the track at that point. And in the V8, that's often one of the most challenging things that you can actually try and achieve. So I've been there. I know Sam's been there. He was talking about it earlier today. And it is man versus car versus track with the V8. You don't often get that in any of the other cars on the service. This is the most challenging of the vehicles that iRacing service has to offer. But you've done a fantastic job with it today. Very cool and calm and calculated and controlled. Great points generated from that as well. Let's have a quick look where you are in the standings. So you are 13th, and you'll probably stay 13th. You've not been able to do all of the races throughout the season. Excuse me. In terms of where NQR and North America have rocked up, you will finish in 5th with the probable, well, maybe you'll get 4th because no XVR cars were actually present today. Driver of the meeting. You've got no votes in there at the minute anyway. Oops, I just picked something up that I shouldn't have done. In terms of the Safe Driver Award, I'm not sure where you are because you've not done enough laps to qualify as high as some of the others. And in the Forever Forward Award, you're not featuring in the top 10. But, you know, a lot of those people have turned up to virtually every race in the season. And that's what boosts them up that. And let's talk about something else non-racing related. So at the start of the broadcast, I actually remembered for once, and we did a small but not insignificant shout out and acknowledgement of your grandfather. And I on screen I put the letter from President Biden to your grandfather, and we looked at the side of the car with the in memory of for him as well. Do you have any words for the broadcast regarding your grandfather?
Yeah, just thanks for doing that, Pete and Sam. I'll definitely be watching the broadcast back and catch up on that, and then yeah, catch up on the rest of the racing that I missed. But yeah, it's been a tough month or so, but racing has helped me kind of get my mind off of it. And yeah, it was just good to come in and enjoy the racing and the camaraderie that we have with the group. Yeah, it's a really good group we have, and also NQR. We pick on each other all week, and then we come in and yeah, it was a bit of a wrecking ball, but no hard feelings, and we'll see what we can do next week. Won't be racing here, but we'll maybe get ready for the Daytona 24. So we'll see.
Absolutely. And to Sam's point in the broadcast, there is some rubbing when you're racing. That's what close racing is all about. And sometimes it gets a bit beyond rubbing, but it's how you handle it after the fact. And you were when you turned Bram accidentally in the first race, you stayed at the side of the track and let him through, and then got on with racing again. And that's what it's all about. It's the sportsmanship, the camaraderie, and the community, like you say. You know, I don't know too many other broadcasts or broadcast providers who have a community that's sat behind it, where we would, you know, have a shout out or a section on somebody else's relative. But in this one we do, and those people have shaped the drivers that participate in our series, like your grandfather will have shaped you. A Marine who's done service and lived to a ripe old age of 100. I mean, you put all those pieces of the puzzle together, and it's a miracle, really. You know, participation in the Marines during the First World War and the Korean War, lived till such a ripe old age. What a dude that bloke must have been. And he's evident in you and you race in our leagues, which is just fantastic. Any other shout-outs you want to make before we let you go and start practice for Daytona, but also for season 15 of this series once it launches?
Yeah, thanks again, you guys, for doing the broadcast. Always fun to watch back later, and yeah, thanks to, of course, our team and QR and Tony, and for not going too hard on me when I wrecked him in race 2. And it's great to have Victor back, and of course our friends across the pond over at NQR Europe, Rob, Ant, and Bram. Always fun to race. But also want to shout out to Simon and Jamie. We actually raced the Bathurst 1000 against them, and after the race, we were just chatting, kind of decompressing, and they hopped in and we chatted for hours after the race. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, the community's great, and hope we can get everybody to return for next season.
Oh, I'm sure we will. It's 15 seasons of V8ESC shortly to start the 15th one. So yeah, it's a long-standing and very successful league. Obviously, Gen 3 will always attract more races to the series whenever that lands, and we look forward to that. But for now, you've done a great job this season, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Greg Carr, everybody.
All right, thank you.
Right then, Sam, who should we get in next? Shall we get Vincent or Bram?
Let's go with Bram. We're full of NQR right now, so
yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And on that note, welcome to the booth, Bram Dubois.
Good evening.
Good evening. Right, so you had probably one of the most eventful nights of any of the races, and not always for the right reasons. So in the first race, you finished 6th, and you were fast. You were very fast. You got stuck in. We saw some great battling going on. You got turned in both races, actually, I think, by Greg, or into an incident with Greg. We've just spoken with him, and he said there was no real hard feelings. But you've got to be in those moments. You've got to be racing that close. That's what it's all about, isn't it? It's the racer inside you that makes you want to fight for those corners. Sometimes there's a bit of contact. Sometimes you hope it doesn't get too far out of control, but on certain ones it does, and tonight you had a couple.
Yeah, it's like sometimes I tell myself I need to be a bit more aggressive instead of giving it all away.
Yeah.
But that doesn't always end up well. And then if you try to give it away, it's like that's actually what happened with Greg in the first race. I wanted I think it was Jamie, I wanted to give him away and undercut him, so I cut in wide, which was a bit offline, and then just Greg thought, oh, just dive in, and I was like, oh crap, Bram's here. So I basically I turned myself on his nose a bit, so yeah.
Yeah, well, these things do happen from time to time. He returned the position in both races, as far as I could see, which is, that softens the blow and the disappointment somewhat, doesn't it? So, great sportsmanship from him, and great racing from you. We saw lots of NQR cars on track tonight racing one another. There's clearly no racing orders, absolutely not. We saw you going door to door many times, round, too wide round lots of corners. What a great display. Excuse me. How has your season gone in total? Because you're going to end up finishing, I think, 8th, or maybe even 7th. You may be able to prize 7th place away from Tony. I'm not sure. We'll have to see once the points are uploaded. NQR Europe have done fantastically well in the team standings. You are 2nd, and you'll stay 2nd. Great performance there. Excuse me. Driver of the meeting at the minute, you are currently joint top with Vincent and Victor, and we've got 2 votes yet to cast. Not sure what will happen with that one, but driver of the meeting is not something that is a small order. Even to get a vote, you have to have done something fantastic. So I would take that as huge amounts of plaudits towards your racing capability for the year. And you are, as I think, was it you, Sam, or was it Wobbly said that it's a Nikolai-esque Nikolai Bogatyrev, we're talking about an ex NQR driver who had a stratospheric improvement, and I would say, Sam, that Bram is demonstrating the same characteristics.
That was Jamie.
Was it Jamie? Sorry, Jamie.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I don't know what you put your improvement down to. Maybe it's just being as part of that NQR team. And
yes, definitely.
Yeah, it's a good, solid stable to learn how to race in, because that sense of mutual support and the competitiveness of NQR. Tony's one of the most competitive people on the planet. So you know, it's a breeding ground for success, and Nikolai benefited from it. Hopefully Nikolai will return to us at some point, because he's such a brilliant racer. And you are now in that same category. So congratulations on that one. Right, so what else?
It's indeed, it's indeed a team. They do a lot. Like you said, a lot of competitiveness, even within the team. With Robin, if one's faster, then they're like, damn it. They put in the extra just to beat each other. So it's always nice.
Yeah.
I'm a bit on a good run. I'm doing fast, so I'm happy with my new Simability. So it's really helping me. So I hope it improves for next season.
Yeah, and you beat Ant Woodward twice tonight, and that's you know, box number 1 ticked, isn't it?
Well, it's more between Ant and Robbie for the moment, so it's Rob will be then twice.
No, but great racing. Anybody you want to have a shout out to before we let you go and start practicing for season 15?
Definitely you guys, Simability, to have this week. Nice to have me here, be a part of it. I hope I can finish a bit better on my races, because sometimes my pace is better than I end up, but I'm just eating through my tires probably. But yeah, it's mainly also NQR as well for having me. Give a lot of support. I think without them I wouldn't have been here growing a bit at the back. But like in the second race I was going into the battle for third, but then yeah. I was being me and screwed up somewhere.
Well, hopefully those things will iron themselves out over time. You're right, you're in the best stable you can be in to learn this car and get better, more consistent, more safe with the car under your feet and in your hands. It's been a privilege to watch you racing and improving throughout the last however many races it's been, Bram. It's absolutely brilliant. And I look forward to seeing you in season 15. Bram de Bois, everybody.
Yeah, thank you. Looking forward to be here again.
Cool stuff. Right. So, last into the booth, as we mentioned before, is Vincent Skilbeck. Morning.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm going alright, thank you.
Yeah, you certainly are. You're going very quickly, actually. And what the hell is this? What's this new fashion that you've started? Finishing a race with all the panels on your car? What?
Me keeping it clean, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. First race, dare I stir the pot with this one? Victor got well into you and then gave you an extra shove for fun.
Yes.
Yeah, that lacked finesse on his part, I'd say.
I was very happy with that.
Yeah, really, why not? Did you share any words with him, or was it just get on with the race?
Nah, I was very wary of not saying anything on the mic.
Right.
I probably would have blown up quite badly. And I just decided now that I'm at the back of the pack, I'll just drive around. I noticed he did back off a little bit after I started catching him again. So I decided to back off because I thought he was scared to try to do the thing where he'd back off enough for me to pass him. And then he'd start in front of me for the next race, and I was like, I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to start on the front row. I backed off a little bit just to make sure I stayed on the front row for the next race.
Right, okay. Well, in the end, he didn't grid for the second one. So there was no opportunity for anything like that. And you did start on the front row for the second race. And I have to say, and I have to applaud, and I think Sam will probably back me up in a second, your defensive lines... Hey, there's a round of applause from Sam. Your defensive lines, when Simon was crawling all over you in that second race, he was like a second skin on your car. You did fantastically well. That right-hander, you went in each lap slightly more shallow on a bit more of a defensive line. How you managed to turn it onto the racing line, I've no idea, but Sam was calling it out, saying, you know, how you're keeping it right on that racing line and just blocking Simon from doing anything. Brilliant racing, absolutely brilliant. You must like Aragon.
Yeah, I've did maybe 25 laps this week in preparation just to get a setup because I had no setup at all. So I just ended up using the iRacing open setup as a baseline and then change it to my liking, which I thought worked all right. And the rear was a little bit more sketchy than what I usually drive, but yeah, that worked out well. But yeah, fighting with Simon, yeah, it was pretty fun actually. I haven't had a race like that in quite a bit. It was hard trying to keep him behind. I knew me pitting early would be hard for me at the end of the race. But I decided as soon as Simon had caught me, I would pit so I could jump him in the pit stop just to get the undercut. And then yeah, after he pitted, it only took him 2 laps to get right back on to the back of me again. But I think there was certain corners he was better than me. I was just trying to focus on trying to limit my mistakes, knowing I had good drive out of some of the corners, especially going onto that long back straight.
Yeah.
I found out earlier in the week and during practice today, ways of slowing up the first part of that corner to get a better exit onto the straight, which kind of helped. I heard Simon say he didn't know why I was like tapping the brake down at the down the hairpin. I was just making sure I had my foot on the brake for starters.
Right.
Just making sure I could get a little bit of downforce on the front of the car. But I think it was catching everyone out because I think I may have been one of the only cars that may have been braking a bit deeper into that hairpin. I noticed with Victor, he was trying to brake at his point. When I took the inside, he tried to go around the outside.
Yes.
Or I went around the outside. I was braking later than he was. I did the same thing with Simon. I noticed I was braking later than he was. But yeah, it was a good fight with Simon.
It was brilliant to watch. You got more footage in this race than 2 or 3 other races all piled together. Because it was such close racing, it was absolutely edge of the seat stuff. Sam, I've said how brilliant he was tonight. What are your thoughts on Vincent's racing?
I've not much more to say than what you said already, Peter. I think really good second race from you, Vincent, and it's nice to see you at the front where you probably deserve to be a bit more. I know with that code and all, we don't talk too much about that, but yeah, it's not the easiest with the time zone as well. It's nice to have someone from down there participating in the league. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well said. So where did you finish the league? I think you're going to be, because I haven't uploaded the points yet, I'm going to do that later. You're going to end up either 4th or 5th after all of that, which is a fantastic
I was looking at that
result.
before. It was pretty close between the 4th and the 7th spot. So
yeah, Woody.
Interesting to see where everyone turns out.
Yeah, Woody's not showered himself in gold and glory today. So I think he's going to drop to the bottom of that little 4-way battle. Tony's finished behind both you and Jamie. I predict you and Jamie to float upwards in the table, but I don't know where to. necessarily between the two of you. In terms of the team standings, given the fact that there's only you in the team, sixth is a remarkable performance.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Where are you in the safe driver? I don't think you were towards the top. You're not. You're
Probably. Anyway,
21st at the minute. you got to flip the page over. And then in the Forever Forward award, you're doing really well, and you'll move right up the table. I think you're going to end up about 10th or 11th in that. So I mean, what a great season. I probably say it every year, but it's great having you in the series. It's always great having you in the interview at the end here, ready for when you probably return back to bed or get some breakfast or whatever it is you do on a. Is it Saturday morning or Sunday morning? I don't even know.
It's a Sunday morning.
Wow,
and
you are
it's
so far
currently
ahead.
9:10.
Damn. Right. Okay. So yeah, we're going to be here for a season 15 without a doubt, and I pray that you are part of that.
I will be.
Excellent stuff. Bring some Aussies with you, just not that McKnight fella. Although it was a blast having him in the league. I don't know, what's he doing now anyway? Does he even race anymore?
He's now taking over
Western
V8
Australia.
Veterans.
Oh right, V8 Veterans, right.
Yeah, he's won the championship multiple times for that now too. So
right, okay.
I think he's just he's just moving to spots that he knows he can win championships with.
Fighting talk from Skillback. His boss is doing the easy jobs. But yes, great having you in the series again. Any shout outs you want to make before we let you go and start practice for season 15?
Yeah, just everyone in the league for the really, really good racing this season. Hoping we get a few more people in next season. It will be good. You guys for the broadcast and Simability for sponsoring the league again, and everyone over at Wheelie Bins that keeps us running.
Awesome.
And on a side note, race 1, if you're wondering why I did not move off the start line, is I forgot to put my car in gear.
Ah, yes, I'd forgotten about that.
Yes.
But thanks for bringing that up. Cool. Well, that's always good to know. Next time, car in gear always helps to move forward. So, but stunning performance this season. Love it, and looking forward to season 15 with Vincent Skillback in it. Everybody.
Yeah, catch you guys next season.
Right then, and just appeared in the interview room and probably on the back of what I said a minute ago. Is Woody. Good evening, Aunt Woodward. He's not. Is he even there? He's not there. He's just in the booth. What are you doing? Are you muted? Have you got no Vox? What have you got? Nothing. He's getting evicted again. Right. Bye. So no Aunt Woodward. Bye. Off you go. Right. So end of the season stuff. Sam. I thought he was going to react to me saying that he didn't shower himself in golden glory. But I know you've not watched many, if any other than this one. Simon Trendle, though, has mopped the floor with the entire series. He did this in TCRs, didn't he, as well? Before he moved to focusing exclusively on V8s. What a talent he is. He's our new and old champion for 3 seasons in a row. Quite significant, Sam.
It is quite impressive, and you probably should go back a bit to these years just to have fun and give a chance to the other guy in the V to actually catch them, because that's impressive.
Yeah, absolutely dominating performance. Whether he thinks it is or not, it is. He's very good at understating his performances, and some people are like that. It keeps them keen. It stops them keeping themselves humble, keeps them interested in the racing, and he is one of the key people that do that. Great to have him in our leagues. Don't care where he races, as long as he races with us in something. Right, we've got maybe this is a difficult choice. I don't know for you, but we've got votes of our own to make on driver of the evening, driver of the meeting. Do you know where your vote's gonna lie?
Well, as you said, it's a difficult vote because Vincent did an awesome race too, although it was nowhere in race one for a few this reason. The first one being not being Gator on the start, which is let's say it's because it's too early for him to start the first race.
Yeah.
But no, I think the one that impressed me the most compared to where he was when I saw him last time this season. So I'm gonna give him my vote because race 1 and race 2 on the podium with the quality of the field, even though there's not a lot of.
Are you still there? Because I lost you.
Yeah, I'm going on and off from Discord for some reason.
Yeah. Was that a Jamie Wilson vote then?
It was a Jamie Wilson vote. I don't know where I left you. But
oh no,
yeah.
it was literally the last. It was the name that was missing. So
okay.
Right. So that gives. Did I just increase that or not? I think I did. Did I? I don't even know now.
Man, that was so tight. You need to remember which one you increase.
I know. I think I did because it's still highlighted, so I think I've pressed that. Right. So where do I vote then? Ooh.
I don't know. I don't think you did.
Don't I not?
No, because he was.
Right. So.
There already.
Right. Okay.
He should. I think he should be tied with Vincent, Victor, and Bram after me.
Oh, of course he should. Yeah, because he had two. Right. Okay. In that case, I'm going to vote for the guy tonight who stood out for me most in both races. It really is an edge of the seat, edge of the razor blade decision because Vincent did such a good job in the second race, but he just didn't launch in the first one. I think I'm going to have to vote in the same way as you and vote for Jamie Wilson based on the fact that that is possibly one of the best performances I've seen from him. I think ever, if not in the recent series. He was just literally picking people up and throwing them over his shoulder. He wasn't even waiting for a moment. So track familiarity played in his favour tonight, and I'm going to have to vote for him as well. And as long as my maths isn't awful, if I can find it on here, then the driver of the meeting winner for the year. Why hasn't that updated? I could have just consulted.
You might need to refresh.
Yeah, the link. Where was he on there? I don't even see him. Oh yeah, there he is.
Oh no.
Ah right.
Oh yeah.
I did.
Yeah,
I did
one
vote.
vote.
Yeah, so he's not. He's on 3. Ooh, we've got a 4-way tie.
I'm pretty sure I saw him on 2, but
no, he was definitely. No, he was definitely on 1. Hang on.
I might be wrong. Yeah.
Just a minute. I'm going back to the live screen. Driver of the meeting. Yeah, we've got a 4-way tie for driver of the meeting. Vincent Skilbeck, Victor Tanaka, Bram Dubois, and Jamie Wilson, all on 4 points. So you all each get a quarter of a trophy each. We're going to hand one of you a junior hacksaw, and you can hack away at it and split it up between you. Ant Woodward finished in 5th place because the first 4 all got the first one. And Johnny Brandon, Andrew Wood, Tyler Newitt, Kenzie and Alex Sebelano-Lado all ended up on 1 point. So that resolves out that one. That brings season 14 of V8ESC, sponsored by Simability. If you haven't been to the website lately or at all, then I suggest you go there. They do wonderful things for people who are less fortunate than some of the rest of us. Modifying sim racing equipment for people with disabilities and other things that make sim racing impossible for them otherwise. And what a great service they provide to our world and our hobby. It's a privilege to have them as a sponsor, and long may that relationship continue. I see no reason why it shouldn't continue well into the future. We will hear from them, no doubt, before we launch season 15. But that brings this season of V8ESC, sponsored by Simability, to a close. thanks to Wobbly and to Sam for joining me in the booth tonight. It's been a privilege to share the booth with you both for this season finale. And a shout out to Clyde for all the broadcasts that he's been on throughout this season. And we'll look forward to season 15 launching. I will say good night. Let Sam do his thank yous and good night. And we will bring this series to a close. So good night, everybody. Thanks for watching, racing, and any kind of participation in our racing community. And we look forward to sharing the screen with you and the racetrack with you again for season 15. Good night, everybody.
Your goodbye was almost as long as Tyler's. Anyway, good night, everybody. Thanks you all for watching. It was great. Glad to. I've watched the last race of the season. It was quite enjoyable. And thanks to all the drivers and Simability. See you next time.